And hello, everybody, and welcome to Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. Hopefully, all of you guys had a very lovely weekend. Hopefully, you guys had a really good Monday, and you're here to hang out with two vintage-loving fellas who have a fun live sale lined up for you guys. So if you're not sure who's on your screen, I'm Jason of Mother Tucker's Antiques, along with my co-host, the one, the only world-renowned garden guy, Bill. How are you doing, Bill?
I'm not doing too bad. I had a good thrifting day today. I found quite a few nice goodies that may be coming to a future sale.
Okay. All right. Did you have a good weekend? Did you get some shopping in? Did you have a good...
I went to the Golden Nugget for the first time.
How was that? I've never been there before.
Let's just say it was okay, but people tell me that this weekend was not a good judge of what it's normally like. So that's a flea market in our area. It's about halfway between Jason and I. I haven't been there I haven't ever been there, actually.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe someday. I hope we get to stop there sometime. I think it's on our way down to the Jersey Shore. Maybe sometime we'll stop in there. We used to go to a market called Columbus down there in New Jersey, but I hear that there's not as many vintage dealers there as there once was. So Bill's a little rusty to live sales. He had some unfortunate internet issues that kept him from a couple sales here with us. So if you guys are not subscribed to his YouTube channel, please do so. We put the link down below, and please follow him over on Instagram. He's always uploading reels and things. And, you know, he also has his treasure hunters over there. So make sure you give him a follow over there on Instagram. So as we go live here tonight, our official mod and bid ender is the one, the only Karen G. Thank you so much, Karen, as always. If you guys are new to live sales, we'll say hello to everybody here in the chat. Say hello to as many of you as possible. Bill's going to be so nice to explain to us how the sale is going to work for some of you that are new or you need a refresher course. And then we're going to jump into our sale. We have about 15 rounds of vintage for you guys lined up tonight. And I'm going to start saying hello to everybody. I feel like I'm a little rusty too. It's been 5 days since I've been on a live sale. And there will be some changes in some schedules coming up. We'll start to kind of go over a little bit of that stuff in maybe not today's sale, but an upcoming sale. So just keep an ear to the ground. We'll make sure we tell you guys what's going on as it gets a little closer. And there could be a shop with me coming up soon, but I won't know more till the middle of the week. So once I have the details on that, I will let you guys know. And that also means that when we do a shop with me, you'll get to shop Bill's booth, which is in Mother Tucker. So that just means if folks are resellers in the community, that makes one more reason why you want to fill out a form and get on the waiting list at Mother Tucker's. That way you can participate in the live shop with me. See, I'm forever the salesman, Bill. I'm forever the So the first person in the chat is the one, the only Terry. How are you, Terry? It is so good to see you. Happy Monday, followed by our Christmas-loving friend, the one, the only William. How are you, sir? It is so good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. I hear the weather's a little hot and humid down there in Texas, so you'll have to let us know how your weather is down there. Whew, talk about jet setting and weather. One day in Ohio, next day in Wisconsin. Now she's heading back to Michigan. Our vintage sister, the one, the only Enamer, Amy. Amy, hopefully you have that car scheduled for another oil change because I'm sure you've put the 3,000 miles on it and she's due for an oil change already. So, and guys, if you're not following her, please do so. She is the other half of Fantastic Finds, the sale we have every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. So, Amy, hopefully you and Mama Pam are taking a break on the road, eating some dinner, and getting home safe. There's our friend Lisa. So good to see you. Howdy. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. There's our friend Brian checking in from the New England area. It's so good to see you, sir. Hopefully you are doing well. Well, I'm a snapping because it's my man. It is Gavin of Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. If you are not following this man, please do so. He has a really, really fun YouTube channel and is now active on the gram, also known as Instagram. He plays music. He plays it on vinyl, and he plays it on his turntable. They also spotlight items that they've purchased from other sellers here in the community, and the Gillettes are so much a cornerstone in this community that I don't think we could all thank them enough, and the least we could do is make sure we head over and give them a subscription over at Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. And once you subscribe, you can cancel all those other fees that you have to XM, Pandora, and all that stuff, because he'll be your one and only virtual DJ. So as always, Gavin, it's good to see you, and hopefully you're doing well, sir. How are you, Aunt Kiki? It's so good to see you. All of our friends are coming in. Hello, everybody. Here is Weirna. Good to see you, friend. We're definitely spanning the globe now. It's so good to see you. Speaking of our official mod and bid ender, there's the one, the only, Karen G. Thank you, as always, Karen, for everything you do. You are such a vital part of all this that I don't think I could ever repay you, and thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you again, Karen. How are you, Deborah? It's so good to see you. Greetings. Hopefully you're doing well, Deborah. It's good to see you. There's our friend Beth C. Please make sure you're following her over on Vamp. She's a very active seller over there. It's the same name, same little avatar. And Beth, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. We have been thinking about you, and it's so good to see you, Beth. There she is, our friend Sandy. How are you? Checking in. Good to see you. Howdy, howdy. Followed by our friend Bug, Mediocre Arts and Crafts. So good to see you. Hopefully you are doing well. Who else is in here, the chat tonight? Hello, everybody. I see a couple duplicates. There's my mother, Linda Hellman, in the chat. So good to see you, Mom. I love you. Thank you always for being so supportive. There she is, the one, the only Karen Kennedy. It is so good to see you. Dusty Moose, I hope you're doing well and on the mend. Thoughts and prayers. We've all been thinking about you. We didn't want to bother you, but I do hear that you are on the mend and you are doing well. So it's so good to see you, Dusty Moose. Hopefully you are doing well. There's our friend Debbie Gutierrez is here with us tonight. I could have done that better. The one, the only Debbie Gutierrez is here with us tonight. How are you, Debbie? Checking in. It's so good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. We got John here with us. It was definitely rough at the Golden Nugget. John, I feel like I should know who this John is. Is he the fella? Did you run into?
Vintage. He was one of the vendors at the Golden Nugget. If you're on Instagram, you should go follow him. He's got a cool account.
He's the fella that has the glasses and the ball cap and likes all the mid-century and kitschy kind of things.
Yeah, he's a West German pottery expert. Really nice stuff.
All right, John. Well, it's good to see you here in the chat, sir. Hopefully you are doing well, and hopefully we got some folks to come over and follow you again. What's his account name, Bill?
Johnny Vintage.
All right.
Johnny Vintage 67.
All right, John. If you want to put that in the chat so folks can go over, please do. Hello, Cindy Lou. It's so good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well, friend. Let's see who else is in the chat tonight. How are you, Dawn? And thank you, everybody, for all of the kind words. Me and Tina did put out a haul video this past weekend of some salt and pepper shakers. We're not too sure content-wise where we fall at or what we think we should be doing. So all the kind words. My God, a quarter of everybody that watched at least thumbed it up and left some sort of a comment. So thank you guys so much for being kind. And if by chance you haven't watched it, please, maybe after tonight's sale or maybe this week, you could consider giving us a watch over there. And every little interaction helps grow our channel here. So thank you to everyone that watched it and the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you, Lisa? It's so good to see you. Hello, Philomena. How are you? She missed Bill, so it's so good to see you here in the chat tonight. Hopefully you are doing well, and now we are definitely spanning that globe. Hello, everybody. Speaking of jet setting, there is our friend Tracy, the one, the only Artsy Fartsy. She was in her old stomping ground for a little bit this weekend. Now she's back on the other coast. So, Tracy, thank you always for being so supportive of the small businesses and the shops, and I'm sure you're a little jet lagged, and hopefully you can relax while you watch us here tonight. There she is, a Jersey girl herself, the one, the only Steel Whisper checking in. How are you? It's so good to see you. Our friend Ginger is checking in. It's so good to see you. A bad storm in North Indiana right now. I've heard that there's a little bit coming through. Everybody, please be safe out there, and you are always in our thoughts because of the way the country is. You just never know with these spring and summertime storms. How are you, glowy girl? It's so good to see you checking in. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Let's see who else is in here tonight. Try to say hello to as many people as possible. Hello, Shannon. She's checking in. Good to see you, friend. Who else is down here with us as I'm just scrolling on through? Who else is down here? There is our friend Spark Joy in Life. It's so good to see you, friend. Hopefully you are doing well. And John did put in his Instagram name, so that's how you can follow him. I will make sure I'm following him when we're done with tonight's sale. How are you, Rose? It's so good to see you. Followed by the one, the only Lee Ann. Good evening. How are you? See who else is in here tonight. A bunch of our friends are jumping in. It's so good to see everybody. It feels like an old hat, an old party. There's the other half of Mother Tucker's checking in, Tina. So good to see you, Tina. It feels like it's been just a few minutes. who else is down here. And I think we're back down to the bottom. So we'll click on Karen again. So guys, as we got about 60 of you checking in with us tonight, thank you guys so much for coming to our live sale tonight. If you are not subscribed to Bill's YouTube channel, please do so. If you are not subscribed to his Instagram, please do that as well. And if you guys are not subscribed to me, we ask that you do the same. So we're going to let Bill explain how the sale is going to work. We'll try to say hello to anybody that we missed, and then we're going to get into our rounds of vintage for you.
Well, I'll make this short and sweet because pretty much everyone we just said hello to knows how the sale works. So that's probably the number one thing to let you know. If you are new to the sale tonight and you have a question, the most important thing to know is feel free to put that question in the comments section there. One of the many knowledgeable people in the chat will answer the question if Jason and I don't see it. So essentially, that is the most important thing to know about the sale. I'll quickly go through some other things, but we're gonna get to the items very shortly. Number one, you want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat possible. So on your device should say live chat or all messages. If you see that it says top chat, use the little toggle switch and switch over to all messages. That way you're going to see everything that's in the chat. Secondly, you may experience a lag during the sale. This is particularly important if you're a chatter or you're a bidder. So you want to refresh your YouTube app regularly if you're on a device. What you do is you close the YouTube app out, you come back in, click on the sale, make sure that little red line's all the way over to the right, and you should be caught up. If you're really having trouble with the lag, another thing you can do is click on the screen where your settings gear icon is and set your playback speed to 2 times. That will make sure that every time you begin to lag, you will automatically be caught up in real time. Those are the 2 best ways to beat the lag. So as Jason said, we have 15 rounds of vintage items tonight. We like to remind you that the items we are bringing are previously loved, previously owned. We do our best to point out any condition issues, but if you have questions, you should ask your questions while we're holding the item up on the screen before we start the countdown, because once we start the countdown here on Mother Tucker Mondays, we don't interrupt it. We continue to go till the end. While we're showing the item, we'll tell you anything we know about it. As I said, any condition issues. We invite you to tell us anything you know about it. If you know anything about what we're showing or the company who made it, pop it in the chat. We all like to learn. At the end of our description, once we have a few bids, we will start a countdown. We will count down from 20. We do 20-second countdowns. And at the end of the countdown, we will receive an official bid end from our official bid ender, Karen Gillette, with the daisy icon. The highest bid before that bid end receives the item. Now, if you're here to claim an item in particular, or you see something that you really want to maximize your ability to get, you can use an option that we call the just-in-case bid. The just-in-case bid is that maximum amount you might be willing to spend on an item that you really want to get. What you will do is you will type in the letters JIC with that maximum amount you're willing to bid. And if you're the highest just in case, before that bid end comes in, you receive the item for $1 over the next highest bid or the next highest just in case. So in a sense, it's a safety bid. We do ask one thing, though. If you use the just in case, that you be an active bidder before your use of the just in case, and that your just in case bid comes in only during the countdown. If you do put a just in case bid in before the countdown, unfortunately, Jason and I can't recognize it, and we'll expect that you'll put it again once we start the countdown. So that's the just in case. We will go over our shop policies in just a minute, but we want you to know that we both use PayPal to invoice. So if you are a successful bidder tonight, we will send you an email to where you can click on a link to PayPal. It doesn't matter whether or not you have a PayPal account. You can check out as a guest. You can check out with your account. If you check out as a guest, you can use your Venmo account to check out. But PayPal provides both you and us some extra protections that many of the other payment services don't. So Jason and I use PayPal exclusively. So we need 4 pieces of information from you if you are a successful bidder, and they are right up here on the screen right now. If you'd like, you can take a screenshot, and you can actually register with us both. Just send us both the same email with your YouTube screen name, your real name, your shipping address, and your PayPal email address. We do expect payment within 24 to 48 hours of receipt of that invoice. We like to get your items packed up and shipped out as soon as possible. We both use an online service called Pirate Ship, and Pirate Ship allows online resellers like Jason and I to get deep discounts on shipping through the United States Postal Service and through UPS if we need to use UPS. Jason and I both ship to the US and Canada. I'm shipping from northern New Jersey. We're both shipping from the East Coast, Zone 1. I plan on invoicing tomorrow. So if anything gets bought tonight, the invoices will go out before midnight tomorrow. How about you, Jason?
All right. I will be doing all of my invoices on Saturday. I have a couple sales this week. Fantastic finds on Wednesday. And then the Valentinos will be on Mother Tucker's here this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you purchase from any of those sales, I can combine everything for you in one invoice. So you will not receive an invoice from me until probably Saturday evening. I do package everything and then we weigh it before we invoice you. If you ever want to close a box out, you don't need to keep it open. You just need to communicate that via an email. And if you decide to close it after tonight's sale, usually it takes me a day. Then once the invoice is paid, I can ship next day. I do offer free pickup at the brick and mortar. I do own a store called Mother Tucker's Antiques. It is in the Adamstown. It is right out about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. Please come check out the brick and mortar. There's 35 plus active dealers that have spaces with us, but I can offer free pickup there, including my co-host Bill. Just communicate that via the email. We'll just invoice you for the item. And then once that's paid for, then we'll communicate in the emails on when you want us to get it up to the shop. So I think that's pretty much it. Bill covered everything. I know you guys, we want to respect your time, so we're going to get into the sale here as quickly as possible. We did have a few more friends come in that we want to say hello to. Our friend Tippy Winks Vintage is here. Please give her a follow. It is the same avatar and same name here on YouTube. It's so good to see you. Our friend Patty Rose. Hopefully you had a good vacation, Patty Rose. It's so good to see you. Welcome back. Another friend from New Jersey. I saw a bunch of repeats. I just want to scroll up a little bit to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Hello, Kathy. It's so good to see you. Hopefully you are doing well. And I think that was everybody. And as I scroll back up to get us going tonight, if I ever miss you, it's never intentional. It's merely just a slip of the eye. I will probably say hello to you twice in an upcoming sale. Again, our official mod and bid ender is the one, the only Karen G. Thank you again, Karen, so much. Tina will be assisting in the chat as well. I was trying to see if I could highlight her again, but I'm not seeing that. So let's get the sale started. We'll start with Bill and then go me, and then we'll just keep repeating until we are all done. So how much is your first item, Bill?
I'm going to start this out. This is my inspiration item for the evening. I'm going to start it out at $5. Okay. I'm always looking for one thing to pull from my inventory to help me choose everything else I have. And tonight's inspiration is a color story. And it's a color story based on this gorgeous frosted hand-painted vase. I don't know the manufacturer, but it is this beautiful story of yellow, blue, and brown. I think they're so gorgeous together. And that I just love the way that, I gotta get it to focus for y'all. I love that the way that the center part of the flower has this really 1960s, 1970s detail with the way that they put the stamens in there. I think it's super cute. So for me, it's both mod and it's soft and romantic at the same time. So you can expect to see a lot of blues and browns and yellows tonight because this is the piece that inspired it all. It is not signed. It does have a nice smooth console on the bottom, so it does appear to be a hand-blown piece. It has a beautiful ruffled top. It was used as a vase previously. I did a clean out of it with some denture tablets. It got it really nice and clean. And it is 6 inches tall and 3.5 inches across at the bulbous area. So pretty. No chips, no cracks. And the other great thing, a lot of you know, the frosted glass can get a little oily looking or a little scratchy looking over time. This one is in really good condition all the way around. It's just a beautiful piece and it feels so nice and soft.
Question, Bill, is the whole vase like a powder blue or is it white with?
Oh no, it is definitely, it's a white vase.
Okay.
With the hand painting. Yeah, it's not powder blue.
Okay. It just must be the way your screen's reading that blue. There we go. Now it's all reading white with the blue flowers on it. It's gorgeous.
And another thing that I didn't mention, if you are new to us, we actually do bring anything that wasn't claimed earlier in the sale, back at the end of the sale, as a second opportunity to grab something in case you missed it or you weren't here the first time. So I'm going to put this aside for the recap.
All right. My next round's going to start at $20 choice. If I can get it to queue up here. Actually, I kind of channeled kind of boathouse, cabin, vacation home kind of feel. Now, these aren't necessarily that, but the color fit my palette. So it's going to be choice at $20 on Moon and Star, Ellie Smith, Moon and Star, salt and pepper shakers, okay? They're both in very good condition, and the big condition issue is that they have their original lids and that they're intact, okay? A lot of times these do crack or split. They're in very good vintage condition, and this is the blue one, and these are nice, chunky glass shakers. There's your bottom, no chips, no cracks. The lids come on and off with ease. Now, the lids are like this weird metal that they coated with chrome. That's sort of what Ellie Smith did back in the day. So what happens is, thank you, Nikki, I see you're 20. What happens is sometimes it does peel off. So to actually find the lids in this good of condition, that's the rarest part of this. So again, no chips to report inside. There's no haziness to them. There's no sickness to them. There might be a straw mark in manufacturing, but other than that, they remain in great vintage condition. And they're large. They're about 4 inches tall. So those are your blue ones you could choose. And then believe it or not, any of the shakers are not that easy to find. So the amber ones are not that easy to necessarily locate or find. And the lids on these are in very good vintage condition as well. They do come off with ease. And like I said, they are a metal, so they do have a nice weight to them, but they actually coated them in like this, almost like this faux aluminum or faux chrome. So there you go. So there's that one. So again, they're in super good condition. They are Moon and Star. If you guys aren't familiar, me and Bill live in the land of Moon and Star, so we're able to bring it for folks that aren't, you know, in the land of Moon and Star. But right here, the round part is the moon part and the center is the star. So we're in it with 20 with Nikki. So you'll pick either the blue set or the amber set. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. We are doing just in case. Nikki, you might want to use one in case somebody wants to come in there at the end. So 20 or more on choice from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I actually like mixing and matching them. That's a real mid-century color combination there, the amber and the blue together. But it is on choice. I have a set of blue or a set of amber. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. If I can click it. Nikki, let me know. Did you want the amber set or the blue set, or maybe you want both sets? And if one remains, we will bring it back during the recap. Oh, Brian, my friend, you are lagging. Your 25 came in well after that bid end. So guys, make sure everybody's refreshing. There could be updates going on. I had an update on my computer. So Nikki, congratulations. They are both yours. And guys, if you want to do a quick refresh before Bill gets started, that way we're all on the same lag free. I know, Brian. Thank you though for your bid. All right, Bill, go ahead, sir.
And those come in other colors as well if you want to start a collection. I happen to have a pair of Amberina if anyone is looking for them. Let me know. I'm also going to bring some Indiana glass, Jason. We didn't plan it, but why not? I have for $20 start bid. This is not Moon and Stars. This is actually called Stars and Bars. And this is the clear Indiana glass Stars and Bars fairy lamp. And I have two. So this would be for choice. You can grab one or two. They're both clear. And I love finding the clear Indiana glass. I love finding the Indiana glass fairy lamps all year round. But I love finding the clear ones before 4th of July because I love it when you can mix them with the red one and the blue one, and you can have red, white, and blue. This year I only have the clear. I have two clears, but it stands in as a really nice white sort of statement in a 4th of July or Memorial Day display. Now, if you're familiar with fairy lamps, you probably know that probably without exception, the Indiana glass Stars and Bars is the chunkiest, most glass heavy of all of the fairy lamps of any of the companies, really. It is a solid, tall fairy lamp. It is 6.5 inches tall. Those Fenton ones are usually around 4 inches tall. The Viking ones are 5 inches tall. These are the big ones. And I think because they're large and they're so chunky in terms of the thickness of the glass, that they're really great to use both indoors and outdoors. Both of the two that I have are in great condition. No chips, no cracks, no rough edges. Indiana Glass did a really nice job, unlike some of the other companies, sanding. In fact, when you put your finger around Stars and Bars, it's actually smooth all the way around. It's like rounded glass. Some of them you can actually cut your finger on, just because they didn't smooth them out. So the base and the lamp part are both in great condition. So $20 for choice. I have two if anyone's interested. And it's just got a beautiful, beautiful pattern. Let me just, before I set it aside, show you just how great that cut glass pattern is.
Bill, do you have your black light with you by chance?
They don't.
I was gonna say,
I mean, they glow faintly with. I have a really powerful black light, so you can see uranium.
Right.
There's uranium in most of the older clear glass, but it's not anything significant. But here you have the stars, and here you have the bars. Just really nice fairy lamp.
All right. Now, again, guys, I was channeling like, I don't know, cabin. Hello, Robin. It's good to see you. Does it have stars? She wants to know. There are stars here. I'm going to make you big again so you can show. There are stars on it.
There are the bars. Those are the bars. These are the stars.
Yep. She's in at 20. Yep. You got it, Robin.
Which is why I think it's a really nice 4th of July and Memorial Day and Flag Day, because it's stars and bars. I mean, very American. And there are also stars on the base. So I will start that countdown. Thank you so much. And there are two, if anyone else is interested, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I was going to say these are fun if you have the color changing candle lights that you could put in there. It's really fun to have that change colors.
Yeah. And I didn't think about it. So Robin, just let me know if you wanted one or both. Thank you so much.
They'd look good on a mantle on either side.
Jason, we need to head down. Rose is having an estate sale.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Rose, you'll have to send us all the details. Well, glory be. It's the one, the only Ariana. It is so good to see you, Ariana. And Robin is going to take them both. So
thanks so much, Robin.
It's good to see you, Ariana. And I'm sure all of you are, but if you're not, please make sure you head over to her channel tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern. She always curates some of the best vintage sales. I wish I could live up to those standards. But head on over and check Ariana out at the Withering Cottage. She always has a really, really fun sale. So like I was saying, I was channeling things that you could use for like a cabin, a boathouse, maybe outside. And this guy here, I just found him last week. He is ceramic and he is large. Okay. So if you guys have like a screened in porch and you guys want a fun, kitschy little ceramic critter, he might look good. I do believe that the person that had him outside because I did clean mulch off of him. He was very dirty. So, but he's fun. He's large. He is a big green frog. He is marked Japan down here on the bottom. He's actually made by a company called Schmid Brothers. So he's made by Schmid Brothers. Again, he's very realistic. He has all his black little warts on him, as you can see, and he is a large frog. He's coming in at 4.5 inches tall by 6 inches wide. So no chips, no cracks. The only weird thing that I could find was as I rubbed my hand over some of his black spots, one or two of them don't feel like they have as much glaze. And then there are some areas here where there's like little extra porcelain. So just please note that. But you can see how realistic he is. And he actually got a lot of folks saw him in my reel and commented on how different he was. So he would definitely be fun if you guys collect reptiles. He would be great in a summer display if you wanted to do so. Definitely, would look great if you guys had a cabin or even, like I said at the very beginning, a screened-in porch. So he has a high glaze. He's really, really sweet. He's really fun. He has no chips to report. You would think that maybe his flippers there or feet would have gotten a chip, but there are none. And then you can see, if I can get it to focus, he has his original made in Japan sticker on the bottom there. So he kind of is reminiscent of those ones that you see that you could put outside. I don't know that you'd want to put him out. And I have sold and have had the hobbyist ones. I have a hobbyist one. It was my grandmother's, and we used to use him as door stops. So he is sort of heavy enough that you could use him to hold open a door if the door wasn't so heavy. So again, no chips or cracks to report. He's a fun, large, almost realistic size frog. I don't know what kind of frog he is. If he'd be a bullfrog. No, I don't know that he's a bullfrog. What kind of frog do you think he would be, Bill?
I don't even know the difference between a toad and a frog, Jason.
I don't either. I was hoping you would. Well, maybe
you need to give me homework before the sale.
I just know that he's a cool frog and I love his color. He is 4.5 inches tall by 5. He is, Holly Berry. I think he is really, really cute. Let me show you. I keep moving him around on everybody. You think this is the first live show I've ever done. You can see the great detail on him. You can see there are no chips. There are no cracks. He is that great green of all those mid-century frogs are. Okay, Dawn, he's a bullfrog. She says he's a bullfrog. Hello, Renee. It's so good to see everybody. Everybody's jumping in. Again, he was $20. We're going to keep it moving. He will come back in the recap if anybody's interested. Again, no chips, no cracks. And we're going to get Bill going. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Renee. Hello, everybody who's coming in. Good to see you guys. All right, Bill, how much, sir?
So if anyone is interested in a gorgeous vintage cruel, I have one tonight, and I'm going to start it at $50. So you got to love it if you're going to bid on it. It is a big one, too. And even from a distance, it has an impact. Again, it's telling the color story that I wanted to tell tonight. And it is this mailbox, an open mailbox with a letter to somebody in it, covered in beautiful blue morning glories. One of the few flowers in the world that truly naturally are blue. And this beautiful bird kind of perched up on the top of it. This is in remarkable condition for its age. It was gifted. It was either gifted or it was made on or completed on January 3rd, 1974. No stains, no odors. It's just in remarkable condition. So it is actually attached to a wooden frame. You can like bounce your fingers off it here because the frame goes around the edge. And then there's this kind of groovy sort of hand-carved wooden frame around it. And then someone did put a piece of cardboard on the back to protect the back of it, because that's usually where the water stains on these cruels come in. And as you can tell by how far I've had to move away from the screen, it's big. 16.5 inches tall, 22 inches across. And it's just this gorgeous scene with a barn in the background, some great clouds in the sky, and just all of these gorgeous, let me give you a close-up, morning glories. I love it. There's the bird from the side. Really well done. A couple different stitches that they used in here. They have the chain stitch, the cross stitch. There are a few French knots in it, but it is the older, thicker crewel yarn. Really, really pretty. I love morning glories. So January 3rd, 1974. I agree, Dawn. They're a great annual flower, and they grow really quickly if you need something to cover your mailbox in just a few weeks. Thank you, Karen. That's helpful. Yeah, so I'm showing the crewel right now. And I will bring it back at the recap if there isn't any interest now, because these crewels are an investment. They're super popular over on Instagram, so I know that you have to really love one in order to want to put it on your precious wall space. So I'll bring that one back later.
I feel like we're in a really bad lag situation, Bill. So guys, please, if you're just jumping in right now, make sure you guys are in all messages and make sure that your little cursor is all the way over to the right. So we just want to make sure that if anybody is interested in any of the things we're offering, that you guys are in the real time. So, and then my frog was from the 1960s because he is marked Japan. So, but now we're back with me, and the next round is going to be $12 choice. $12 choice. And Karen, thank you for reminding folks to make sure that they refresh. And hello, Terry Tucker, part of the Tucker family. So $12 choice. I have some blown glass fish that have magnets on them. So you can use them as little figurines and pop them into a display, or you can use them as magnets. And they all have cadmium in them, so they have areas that they glow. They are just about 2 inches, and we're going to do a set that are blue themed, and then we're going to do a set that are green. So here's the first one. These are your 3 little blue ones. So $12 choice, and you will get these 2 And then you're going to get this little guy in this set, okay? So they are all hand blown. They're really fun little art glass fish in really good condition, no chips, and then they have magnets on them so you could use them as magnets if you wanted to. So they have this great, they're really neat. They do have a glow to them. Hopefully I can show you there. You guys can see the yellow part, the cadmium coming out in him. So if you guys have a black light display, that's all going to glow. Even little specks here are going to glow. So and this is your first set for 12. So this is your blue set. So that center is like a sort of like a green with blue. And there are little areas that glow in there. And these little guys are about 2 inches each. They're really different, really unique. And then each little stripe in there also glows. So all the yellow area will glow and fluoresce under black light. So that's your first set of 3 at 12. The next set are your green ones, and they're going to be $12. So these are all the ones that have a lot of green in them. They also glow. There you can see how you get the glow coming in right there with the cadmium. You can see it right there. So these are fun little art glass, hand blown, all that's applied. Little glass figurines, or you can use them as magnets. I'm sure if you wanted to, you could take the magnet off and repurpose these for something, but they're really weighty. They're really fun. Here is the second one you're going to get in this grouping here. See if we can get them to focus. Again, very tropical. They're very unusual. They're very, very different. Patty, thank you. I see you're 12. Hello, Becky. It's good to see you. Hello, everybody. And then this is going to be the third one in the green set. So you guys are going to bid on a blue set or a green set. Robin is in at 13. And again, he's really going to glow. Slow it down here so we can show you guys the glow you're going to get. There we go. His whole body glows. You can sort of see it pick up right here because there's a lot of lights in my room. If I do it from the back, it's not going to show. So there is cadmium in all of them. So Terry's in at 15. Thank you so much. So again, here was your green set. And you get 3 of them, and they are roughly about 2 inches. They're just all a little different. Heck, look at the dimension there. And then the first set that I showed you, we're going to call blue because the scales and some of the flippers and things are primarily blue. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Top bidder can take both sets, or you'll have to pick if you want the blue or the green. So Terry's in at 15, looking for 16 or more. Let's count them down from 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I do have some swizzle sticks that the fish match coming up. So maybe you want to have them as well. And the swizzle sticks remind me of, I forget which, I'll have to think of the store by the time I get to it. I remember there was a store that may have made them. So Patty had it just in case of 21, but Robin had it just in case of 31. It's Pier 1. Pier 1 had things like this. That's the company I'm thinking of. I'm not sure that these came from it, but I think my swizzle sticks did. So Robin, at 22, you get first choice. Let me know, did you want the green set? So the green ones are the ones I'm showing now. They were all, the base was all green, or did you want the set that was blue? You let me know. Patty, you'll have backup. So that was your green ones. And then your set of 3 blue ones, you have first choice. And that was at 22. And you'll get 3 blue ones or 3 green ones. Fun, fun, fun. These are really tropical, really neat.
Robin wants both.
Okay, thank you so much, Bill, and thank you, Robin. All right. The lag is real tonight, y'all. Seriously, because I'm not even seeing all that yet. All right, Bill. Thank you.
$25, Jason. I also have some glass animals, and I have some from one of our favorite mid-century glass companies. I recently brought an Amberino one, and I just found the Blue Neek. This is the Viking 5-inch duck. The duck comes in multiple sizes. If you've been around for a while, you saw me bring the big 9-inch ones before. But this is the 5-inch Blue Neek duck in amazing condition. Blue Neek is a gorgeous color that was done by Viking Glass. And the ducks, for some reason, of all the animals, other than the dogs, are just really sought after by people. I love ducks, but the ducks seem to be really popular. This one is in amazing condition. So again, it is the 5-inch duck in the blue color that Viking Glass calls Blue Neek, popular mid-century glass animal. Now, I also have one that I have not owned before, and it is also in Blue Neek, and it is the hare or the rabbit. And people seem to both say that it was Viking or it was a little earlier, made by Rainbow Glass. I don't see these listed as Viking as much as I see them listed as Rainbow Glass. But again, another gorgeous piece of Blue Neek, blue glass, mid-century glass in the animal form. And this one is the rabbit or the hare. 3 inches tall, 4 inches long from end to end. Let me just get my little board so I can show you the size of them as you look at them together. Starting of a little collection. I also have a piece of blue pilgrim glass later today with an animal. Have you seen the rabbit before, Jason? I mean, we've all seen the duck.
I think I sold the rabbit once before, a long, long time ago. I feel like Patty may have bought it for me. I think mine was in green. But you don't see them that often. I mean, goodness, you don't find even this Viking duck. There was a time, I think, where we thought we saw it a lot more, or you just don't anymore, especially the Blue Neeks. Hello, Mary.
Yeah, agree. Hi, Mary. So thank you for your bid, Dawn. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. So we're looking for 26 or more for choice on the Viking duck or the Viking or possibly Rainbow Glass. They're related companies. Rabbit. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Oh, Patty, we got to be careful out here in Lancaster County cutting the grass that the bunnies don't nest and lay their eggs. She was saying that she has a problem with little baby rabbits in her flower beds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't cut the grass until July, so I keep it meadow-like. Thank you for the bid end, Karen. So, Patty, looks like you came in with your bid of 28. You can let me know if you would like the duck or the rabbit or both. And then there was another bid. Dawn was in at 25. So these are going to stay in New Jersey probably.
Oh, my God.
Which is perfectly appropriate.
And you said that's the smaller duck, right? That's not the big.
Yeah, the 9-inch one is massive.
She wants the duck. Patty's taking the duck.
So, Dawn, let me know if you wanted the rabbit. And if not, absolutely feel free to pass. Not a problem. Thank you both.
All right, guys, I'll get myself queued up here. If you guys love mid-century, if you guys love things that could be used in a mermaid bathroom, if you like the mid-century, I think I have a fun piece for you. So this is a little serving tray here. I believe the wood is made of teak. This is from the 1960s. That is copper. So that is like a copper. It's attached. I don't want to quite say it's inlay. You can see how it is attached to the top of the board. So I do love the use of the fish in the mid-century. So again, there is some weight to this end. That is copper. So $30. This would make a great charcuterie board. You could actually use this in a bathroom if you had enough room to put towels and soaps on it. Here is the back. It actually has these little brass pins on it for feet, and it has an original sticker or part of one on it. And the part that what it says it's handmade, and the company is called Bavano, and it is from Connecticut. And I think this falls under what John had said with the way they abbreviated Pennsylvania, PNN. The sticker is CONN. So I think that proves, if it wants to focus, this is probably from the early 1960s before they, used the different abbreviations. So very mid-century. It is a serving tray. So this isn't one of the ones that would have had like a magnet where it would have had like your cheese knife or anything. So nothing for this is missing. No chips, no cracks. I didn't oil the wood. I didn't feel that it needed to. So the wood is either like a walnut or a teak. You can see there's no major cut marks on it. This would look so fun in your mid-century decor if you guys put some candles on it, used it actually as like a charcuterie board, or like, for the upcoming summer picnics, how fun would this be to use some great mid-century ware for events and things. So this measures just about 16 inches. So it's about 16 inches by 6 inches tall. So for those of you that love mid-century, this is right up the mid-century alley. It's in super good condition. I do believe it's probably almost one of a kind. I think that each one of these was handmade by the company. So I don't think you're going to find another one. And that is copper. Hopefully that's reading. Yeah, you guys can see. And it has some gorgeous rust colors in there, gorgeous earth tones, some blues in there. It's going to match all your mid-century colors, all the schemes that you have with the mid-century. And I think if you just styled this right in your home, it could be used for multiple purposes. So I do like to relate as much as I can to mermaid bathrooms. If you had a large enough vanity, this would be nice to use. It would be great to use in maybe a powder room where you had some nautical themes. Like I said, you could put some sand, some of those small little vanity soaps or hand towels on there. And again, the wood is in very, very good condition. Thank you, Aunt Kiki. This is very, very unique. We don't do a lot of the copper tones in our decor. If we did, we probably would be keeping this. This would be even great just to use in your backboard to kind of prop up and use in your decor. And again, I don't think there's any glow or anything to any of it. No, there is a little bit of glow up here in the top part where you have some green mixed in. But again, this is all metal and that is copper tone. And I couldn't find any other examples, but usually in my store, $30, that's a pretty fair price for a nice piece of mid-century. This is actually more like artwork than just utilitarian. So you could.
Don has a good idea. Don has a good idea to give it as a Father's Day gift as a dresser caddy.
Perfect idea, Dawn. I actually like that idea. You're right. And this is the way it's going to sit on your counter or your tabletop. And then you can see there are these little brass applied feet to the bottom part. And again, we're just trying to bring you some things that are a little different, a little unique. You're not going to see this. This isn't a very common style piece, especially with the fish on it with summertime and stuff. But again, back here, let's see if I can show it to you so it focuses. That's the original sticker here on the back. It is made in Connecticut. Why is my camera not focusing? I swear the technology has left us, Bill. Lagging. It doesn't want to focus. And the company that it is handmade by is Bovana, and it's in Connecticut. So $30 again, if anybody's interested. We can bring this back in the recap. Let me hold it. Well, I guess you can hold it either way you want because the fish are going to swim both ways. So copper on top of teak or walnut wood. So we'll bring it back in the recap and we'll get it going, Bill. Good idea, Dawn. I really like that idea.
$8, Jason. I have another gorgeous framed piece. This is not a crewel. This is actually a three-dimensional piece. As you can see, the frame is fairly thick. So what is behind here is this gorgeous floral bouquet. Each one of these is an individual flower. It looks like most of them are silk flowers. And there is a little signature down here of the person who put it together. So this is a mostly silk flower bouquet that was put on top of some sort of really beautiful blue fabric framed in this rectangular and oval with an oval mat. It does have a little stand on the back so you can pop it on a dresser or side table, but it also does have a hanger on the back, can be used for hanging. And as you can see, it is a relatively thick piece of artwork underneath. But I love the fact that it's like encased in this glass frame. It's really, really pretty. I agree. And it's small. So if you're looking for a smaller piece of something that's framed, this one is only 8 inches tall and 6 inches across. I just want to give you a close-up on the florals. Those roses are definitely silk. And I'm not sure I don't know, those little clusters of purple. I don't know what they're made of, but it's super pretty. I love the little stems they have down here, how geometric it is. Just a really nice composition, I think. Really nice addition to a beautiful room. If you love your florals, and the frame is in great condition. The mat is in great condition. And I love rectangles, ovals within rectangles. I think they're so nice.
No, Ruthie. I don't think Bill didn't do the Ohio art tray yet. No, you didn't miss it yet, Ruthie.
I don't have an Ohio art tray.
I thought, don't you have like a tin bucket or something for tonight? Didn't you have something tin in your preview, I thought?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think you were looking at my reel today. That was stuff.
Okay.
I'm not sure what tray you're looking for, Ruthie.
That must be, yeah. That must be what she saw then.
Oh, right. She saw that instead of the actual preview. Yeah, that is cute. I will be bringing that to a sale with Amy in the future. It is super cute. All right, I'm going to start a countdown. Thank you both for your interest. So if anyone else is interested, now is the time to get in on this beautiful floral 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, I did a reel today with some new things that I found, and that was one of them. So just waiting for that bid end, and there it is. So Daisy Girl, you did not need your just in case. This comes to you for $9. Congratulations.
All right, guys, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I have brass tonight. So it's going to be choice at $14. I have some really fun brass paperweights here, and they are of these fun whales, okay? They're kind of crude. They're kind of not. They're kind of mid-century. They're a little boho. They're a little mermaid bathroom. I just think they're really unique and really fun. So I did not try to clean them up, so you're going to get them the way they are. And it is on choice. They are pretty much identical, although I kind of want to say that each one was probably hand forged because they are just a little different. I know, the teeth, John. It is the teeth. That's what sold me on these. These are really, really different, and they're really fun. They're kind of derpy. They're kind of fierce, but I just think they're fun. Now, there's no stamp on the bottom. There's no like made in India. They have a really, really good weight to them. So it is going to be choice. This is your first one. And they both measure roughly about 3.5 inches wide by about 2 inches tall. So let me try to put some black behind it so you guys can get a better view of it. These are really fun, great little figurines. I'm calling them paperweights because I think they they're heavy enough that they could be paperweights. Thank you so much, Ruthie. I see you're 15, so we're looking for 16 or more. And again, I did not try to clean them at all. So the patina that's on them, that's the way you're going to get them. So, so it is a little discolored down there, but I think that gives them a fun look. So, and each one has the tail that kind of curves back a little bit, and they do sit very flat, as you guys could see on my board. So we're looking for 16 or more. I believe these are probably 1970s. That would be my best guess. I couldn't find any examples of them. And again, like I said, there is no stamp on the bottom, no sticker that says India or anything. So that was the second one. This was the first one that I was showing you guys. You know, and again, I like the look of them when they they are really good. Karen, you are exactly right. I like the look of these, especially with the patina, but I'm sure some folks like them when they're all polished up. So let's go ahead and put them on the board here. It will be on choice of the brass whales, and your top bidder can take 1 or 2. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Ruthie's in at 15. Thank you so much, Ruthie. So we're looking for 16 or more, and we are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. So let's count it down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I know, Ruthie, I tried to Google search. I couldn't find any examples of these either. And again, it is choice on 2. If you're balanced like me or you just need 1, there's the bid end. Didn't need it, Ruthie, so you get choice at 15. Pardon me, let me know, Ruthie, you got it, just 1. Any particular one, I'll just pick whichever one because they're about the same. So we'll just pick one of them and we'll get you the best one that I can find. We'll bring the other one back in a recap. Thank you so much, Ruthie. All right, Bill.
$22, Jason, if anyone's looking for kitsch, and I have my planter of the evening. I have one of those gorgeous little parasol girls. Maker unknown. We've been trying to figure it out forever. If anyone ever is able to substantiate who made it, we would love to know, but we don't know who made these. Most of them don't even have the Japan sticker on the bottom, but this one still does have the blue and white Japan sticker on them. They come in a variety of colors of outfits, but obviously you can see this one is the blue with the brunette. And I love the brunettes because I don't find them quite as often as I find the blondes. And they are head bases. So this one is very clean on the inside. And I'm happy to report no chips, no cracks, very minimal crazing. All of the fingers and the thumb are present. But as you can see, the only thing that we don't have, which is very common with these, is the metal pole with the ceramic parasol that would go on the top. Those often got lost to time. So people do lots of other things to make up for that. They make one, they craft a parasol, but I see a lot of people just use the little hole she's holding here in her hand to put a little bouquet in, and they're super, super sweet. Look at that face. Look at that little heart-shaped mouth and those rosy cheeks. She's just a really good example of this particular head vase. I've had several over time, and they can get pretty messed up, especially in the bow area back here and that hand. This is an applied hand. So it's actually put on after the mold is set, and then it's hand painted. This is not cold paint that you see here. There is a little bit of messiness. No, it's not even. You can't even really see it. But around the rim, they didn't get the paint all the way around the rim, kind of on the inside part. But other than that, it's really, really good. She is 4.5 inches tall, 3.5 inches across. And I know a lot of you may know this, but there are smaller versions of these girls that are place card holders that also come in multiple colors. So you would actually be able to put a place card for a dinner party right in front of it, or a business card holder. Although the business cards are a little bit too large and it covers the bottom of their face. Super sweet. Jason, remember when I was bringing like 2 head bases a week for like a whole year? I haven't had one in so long. Yeah. It's nice to go back to that.
Yeah.
Super pretty. Well, thank you all for your interest. I'm going to start a countdown on her. So if you haven't gotten your bid in now's a good time with the lag. And if you are an active bidder, feel free to use it just in case if you would like to protect your bid. We're looking for 25 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Jason, we're in trouble. Blythe is in the house.
She's here to make sure that you're going to stay on the straight and narrow. That's what
she has not met you yet, and she needs to get to Pennsylvania.
Blythe, he tries to keep us apart. He doesn't want us to both be able to talk Bill stories. That's what it is.
Okay, thank you all for your bids. Jamie, congratulations. This is yours for 30. She is lovely. Congratulations.
All right, Karen. And thank you so much, Karen, for being our official mod and bid ender. All the hard work you do does not go unappreciated. So thank you so much. See, I know Blythe. He's trying to keep us apart. Someday we'll get together. So $30. And I have a turn of the century print, and I actually know the artist and I know the era that it was originally painted. So again, if you guys are just joining, I was kind of going with a summer boathouse cabin kind of theme. And just to show you how I was styling this in my reel, I had this gorgeous landscape scene here. And then I kind of took my brass fish and popped that right in front. I just thought that looked really fun. So I
love that you've created this boathouse genre of decorating. I love it.
I kind of think this is the time of the year that's when you should kind of convert a part of your house over to this kind of mermaid boat nautical kind of theme. It's fun. So this is turn of the century. This print is called Harp of the Winds. Okay, so I actually was able to find it. It's Harp of the Winds. So if you guys take a look here, you can see the gorgeous scene of either the back bay or the lake. I know it's hard with the glare, but there's this scenery of homes here in the background. You have the gorgeous trees here, and then you have these gorgeous tall trees off and in the sky. So this is turn of the century. This print's probably from 1900, and I would say the frame is too. The artist who painted this, although this is a print, so this is a copy, is Homer Dodge Martin. Okay, so he painted the original Harp of the Winds in about 1895. Okay, this was a sort of known print in the research that I did. This print was pretty popular and was produced probably for about 10 years after the original piece of artwork had come out. So I would say if you could get the piece out, it might say it down here, but in all of the ones, all the prints that I found, the signature is going to be underneath where the frame is. So thank you so much, Patty. I see you in at 30. This measures 13.5 inches wide by 9.5. So the frame alone is period correct. The frame and the glass alone is the $30. Not only that, but also then you get the print inside. So you could repurpose that. It is one of the nail ones that has the flathead nails that hold it together. You can actually see on the back, I believe that this is probably its original frame, and this is probably what it lived in for the past 100 years. So the colors seem a little bit muted. I don't think the print is faded. I just think that's the way my lighting is reading it. But when you get it in person, you're going to see the great details of the landscape in the back. So there's like this city. It could be anything. I mean, if you wanted this to be like maybe a European scene, it has that feel. It also has feels, you know, maybe some of those back bays in Jersey, the marsh in Louisiana. I just think it has a great feel that wherever you want to put it, it's going to just look gorgeous in your backdrop. Plus, it's going to look good in a gallery wall. There are no chips to the frame. Let me show you the details on the frame. Let's get it up here. The bottom looks the best. So again, this frame is probably turn of the century, and it's the measurements come in at about 13.5 by roughly 9.5 inches tall. So one more time, the original would have been a piece of art painted by Homer Dodge Martin, and I am reading that from my notes. Never heard of him before, but he apparently was a very popular landscape artist. He did a lot of those style paintings, and the original painting, and this is what this is a print of. This print's probably from the turn of the century, and the original was painted in 1885, and this is called Harp of the Winds. So enough said. If I keep moving it, there we go. I just want you guys to see without a glare on it. So let's do a countdown.
I bet it's called that because the trees look like a harp, and when the wind goes through them, they probably make a sound.
That's probably what I was thinking that too. I just think it's a very fun picture, and again, it's going to look great in any decor, especially if you guys have some sort of maybe cabin, or you know, if you guys do a lot of boat house. Yeah, and if you guys are into like the different landscaping photos, or if you're into earth tones, this is going to look really good in an earthy kind of decor. So, Patty, thank you again. Let's count it down: 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Sorry again about the glare. I do believe the glass is original. The whole frame's original, because you can see in person there's a little imperfections in it that would lead me to believe it is all turn of the century. So there's our bid end. Patty, you didn't need it. I appreciate you so much, Patty. Thank you so much. You get the gorgeous print for $30. Congratulations. I know you're going to enjoy it. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
$45, Jason. I don't know if we have any Pyrex collectors here today, but I'm going out on a limb because it fit the color scheme. And I have a gorgeous piece of promotional Pyrex that is a pretty sought after piece among collectors. It is the gorgeous 1964 Blue Tulip Pyrex 1.5 quart casserole. It's the number 043. It is in amazing condition with just tiny little flecks of paint loss on the two ends. You're not even going to be able to see. Let me see. Not even be able to see it right here. You see one right there. And it has its lid, which is pretty spectacular as well. It's a nice big casserole, but quite frankly, this is a kind of promotional piece that was released usually as gifts, hostess gifts, or wedding gifts. that most people don't cook in. I don't know if this one was ever cooked in. I don't see any signs of it being used, utensil marks, nothing like that. But a lot of Pyrex collectors today use these for their displays and as risers and displays. It is a great color. It's really, really pretty. And the tulip this is a, I don't want to say unique, but it is it's not an often seen pattern in Pyrex. In fact, I believe there was like not a promo copy, but a prototype copy in the pink tulip. And this is the one that I think was going for $20,000. Not this one, but a prototype with this pattern on it on eBay. Really, really pretty.
This is such a hard one. I've never had the privilege of even holding one of these before.
And you have a lot of Pyrex.
Yes, I've had a lot of Pyrex through the years.
Yeah, it's a really pretty one. It's just really nice. I like these. I just like having the promotionals because, this is the only piece that you'll see with this pattern. And originally, like a lot of the promotional casseroles, this came in a cradle. So it would have been a brass cradle with 2 wooden handles on either side. It wasn't one of the warmers. It was just a cradle to keep it elevated off the tabletop when it was hot and you were serving something.
Almost like a caddy.
What's that?
It was like a caddy for it. Almost.
Yeah. It was a caddy cradle. Yep. So you can carry it from the kitchen to your guests. So thank you all for your bids. And I just like bringing these things sometimes just to look at them because they are pretty. So I'm going to start that countdown. Active bidders can use it just in case. So we're looking for 51 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Have you had this for a while, Bill, or did you just find this?
Yeah. The funny thing is I have had it for a while without a lid. And then I'm sitting on all this old Orchard and I'm like, it's the same lid. It's the same number. Why don't I just take it off another one? So that's what I finally did. Because God knows nobody wants Old Orchard. The day that becomes popular, we're all going to be rich.
Oh, gosh.
So thank you so much, Brian and Dee. This is yours for 54. Thank you.
If Corning was going to reproduce anything, I think we've had this discussion. Reproduce the lids. You have the molds. Just reproduce lids.
Jason, did you fully see my reel today?
No, I didn't get it. Bill.
Everybody keep what Jason just said in mind. And then after the show, go over to Instagram and look at the reel that I posted today.
I mean, the lids are the hardest thing to find, especially some of the non-common lids are not that easy to find. So
watch the reel, Jason.
Okay. All right, guys, I was super excited to find this. Okay. If you guys love brass, if you guys love fish, this would be great in all different decors, but I personally think it would be great in your mermaid bathroom. Okay. So it's this big, huge hollow. So it's not overly heavy. It's a hollow brass fish. It does have its made in India sticker. So I believe that makes it 80s, maybe late 70s. I love the detail on it. It does sit by itself as a figurine. It does have a gorgeous patina. I started doing research on some of these brass pieces, and I was blown away at what some of these command or what they bring. So I felt that I was starting it at a super crazy price of $20 for this large brass. And I almost believe he's like maybe a goldfish. So again, he has his stamp on the bottom. He measures a whopping 8 inches long. So he's 8 inches long, and he is just about 5.5 inches tall. So again, I love the eye. I love the mouth. I love the gills on him. And again, there are no chips. There's just that gorgeous brass patina on him. So thank you so much, Terry. You're right, Don. This would make another great Father's Day gift. And actually, what I had done is I kind of had him sitting on the tray I had shown a few moments ago. I just kind of thought he look at how he goes with that mid-century wood tone. That's why I know the folks are hanging the crewels like Bill had, using the walnuts, using the teaks, and adding this brass. It is a great color, and it is a warm earth tone sort of feeling, and it's just a good way to style it. He is in really fun He's a really fun figurine. He's in really good condition. He is hollow, so he's not going to be overly heavy to ship. And then you can see that he does have his original made in India sticker. And actually, I thought that was a bad thing until this past weekend. I was at the market, and there were fellas talking about the brass from India is actually sometimes a higher quality of brass than American brass. And folks are collecting the foreign brass more so than American brass. So how many times can I say brass in one sentence? But again, no damage at all. He does sit on his own, and he is really, really big. He is a large brass figurine. So Terry, thank you so much for your 20. Again, look at all those great details. I want you guys to see there are no dents on him. I don't think he was dropped or any issues. Again, this is all three-dimensional. It does have the right patina on it. You know, you could polish him up if you wanted to. Again, I'm going to take you on the fly, Bill. Do you think he's a goldfish, or do you?
I do. He's in that goldfish carp family.
Yeah. I thought too. I thought so too, because I thought, okay, if I'm going to bring a fish, let's bring a more common known fish like a goldfish. So again, he's going to look good in any decor. So let's count it down for Terry. Thank you so much. I see your 20. We are doing just in case you want to secure your bid. So we're looking for 21 or more. Let's count it down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 21 or more, or the bid end from Karen G. Blub, 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 blub. On the brass made in India fish figurine. I think this is one of the coolest things I found in a while. So congratulations, Terry. He is all yours. And I think he's probably one of my favorite things of the night. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
$18 for choice, Jason. And I have a fairly new to me pottery company that I am in love with now. I've done a lot of research on this pottery company. I was lucky enough to to get a whole collection of this pottery. So I learned all about it. So this is a piece, and I have two of these. So this is for choice. This is a piece from the late 1930s, early 1940s by a California pottery company named Brayton Laguna from Laguna Beach, California. It's famous for lots of reasons, but one of the reasons is that they use local clay and sand in their pottery. So it's kind of from the ocean a little bit. This is Sally. Sally is one of Brayton Laguna's most enduring, longest known pieces. She is a posy pot. Technically, she's a little vase, but she's called a posy pot because in her skirt here, she has a little area that you can put little mini bouquets in, and it looks like she's going to market and kind of, yes, she is Sally, Ruthie, you're right. It looks like she's going to market with and selling her flowers. But just look at the face. This is what Brayton Laguna is known for. These amazing childlike faces with the freckles, very expressive. They've done they have a whole line of little farm kids. They have a whole line of little beach kids. They have some circus pieces. It's just an amazing company to learn about. But Sally is one of kind of the sought after pieces and she comes in multiple colors. So as you can see, I have Sally in she's a blonde with the blue outfit. And I also, because I'm telling that blue and yellow and brown color story today, I have her in the brown and yellow outfit as well. But as you can see, Sally's face remains the same, regardless of the color. I do want to point out all of this beautiful crazing on the brown one. You can see it really nicely on her outfit and on her dress, which, because there's brown lines in the crazing, I think it looks really good with the color of her outfit. So that's what a Brayton Laguna mark on the bottom will look like. As you can see, it's a little bit of a different sort of clay that they use. They do have a little bit of weight, and they are 7 inches tall. So I see we have a bid. So I'm going to start a countdown. Right now, we're looking for 21 or more for choice on the blue Sally or the brown Sally. And active bidders can use it just in case. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Look at all these people with the connections to Laguna Beach.
Mhm.
I'm going to be ignorant. Is that South California or Northern California? I don't know. You know, Jason?
I think it's Southern California.
Southern California?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. It's okay. For me, California is all like the same. I know it's not.
Well, and I've never been to California.
Okay, so there's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. Ruthie, with your just in case of 25, thank you, Brenda. You have first choice at 23. Can you let me know if you would like blue or brown? And Gail, if there's something left over and you wanted her, let me know and she's yours. And if not, feel free to pass.
All right. And guys, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me and Bill tonight. Remember, we have these sales every single Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. She wants the blue one. I have 12 of those. Ruthie collects a lot of California pottery, Bill. So you got a good one there that I don't think she gets to find that often. So
and I have quite a bit more at Brayton Laguna.
All right. Gail, did you want the other one at 22 then? Just let Bill know if you want the brown colored one, the brown themed one for your bid. So please make
sure you can pass. That's fine. Okay.
She wanted the blue one. Did we have a backup person? Let's see if we had.
No, that was it.
That was it. All right. So please make sure you're following Bill, Garden Guy Bill. Make sure you're following me here. We put all the links to our Instagram accounts. Please make sure you're following us over there. We greatly appreciate it. And come back and hang out with us here Monday night or for fantastic finds here on my channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. So this is probably my highest ticket item for the night. If you guys saw a few sales back, I had a clock. It was made by McKee Glass. I have since found another harder piece of McKee glass to find, and it is in this gorgeous, large entryway vase. This is large, and it is fantastic. It is early American pressed glass. It actually has some of the same style flowers that were on that clock that I sold. There are no chips. There are no cracks. This is probably from right around, I think my research said the early 1920s. So McKee Glass actually called this pattern, and I'll hold it still and I'll show you up close. They actually called this early American rock crystal. That's the name of this. This would be your large entryway vase. They would have put this on like a parlor table, filled it with large stemmed flowers, and it's just a gorgeous piece of glass. Their amber always hinges on a peachy kind of look to it, maybe even like a slight pink hue, which is what you're seeing. I love the squared off bottom here. I guess that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6. I guess that's octagon. No, octagon is 8. So 6, whatever. It's a gorgeous.
That's
piece.
8. It's an octagon, Jason.
It is 8. That's what I thought. It was 2, 4, 6. Yeah. So it is an octagon base. So there you can see some of the design. Let me flip it around here so you guys can see the inside. Again, it has all these repeating flowers on its pattern, and then it is almost very dimensional here. You can sort of see the stems and the leaves. It is like the early swung vase in essence. It's 11 inches tall. It's 11 inches tall. It comes in at about 6 inches wide. The only issue that I could find on the piece is there is an inclusion. It does have an air bubble, which also speaks to the time because it was very hard to make glass at the turn of the century. So let me slowly show you some of the great details on it. It does not glow, so there is no glow to it, but it is a gorgeous amber vase made by McKee. And if you guys do some research right now, you will see that the only one that's available is $95 because these don't come around that often. The same exact, there's the flower right there, the same exact base, they molded the top and then they made them into lamps. So they would have been offered up as lamps or these large parlor style vases. So again, McKee Glass is not a glass company I get to find all that often. A lot of times they do have their mark on the bottom. This one does not because it's the early 1920s and they didn't mark it then. So it has these repeating daisy style flowers or pansy style flowers here at the top. They go all the way around. It has other detail, other leafing. My camera's really not doing it justice. It has this fleur-de-lis kind of design here in the middle, and then it repeats all the way around. And it has this kind of bulb style top of the vase, which apparently was a technique they did to help hold the arrangements. That's the little bit of research that I could find. So it is a very, very large, nice, weighty piece of glass made by McKee. Thank you, Deanna. I see you're 11 inches tall, no chips, no cracks, no major issues. Thank you, Ruthie. And I think that McKee made some of the most gorgeous amber glass, period. Like I said, it has like a peachy kind of hue to it. It kind of pulls out the yellows in the amber, kind of the oranges in it. Again, there's no haze to it, so there's no water damage. The only issue you're going to find is that you will find it has that inclusion. So it has a bubble in there. And again, you can see all the gorgeous detail, and you can feel it too. And then you also see here at my finger, there's some smaller flowers. And the pattern that they call it, again, was one I had never heard of. Early American rock crystal is what they call this pattern. So I wonder if that was part of the design that was on my Daisy button clock that I sold. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We're looking for 41 or more on the old school turn of the century. It's an antique at this point, McKee glass vase. And I can't say anything else about it except it's just gorgeous, and you don't often see these. I did press the time. Thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you so much, guys. So let's do a countdown. 41 or more. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I knew that I had known this glass, but I didn't realize it was McKee until shortly after I purchased it. And to find colored McKee glass is not that easy to find in this era of its manufacturing. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much to Deanna. Congratulations. You got a gem for $40. Thank you so much, and congrats. All right, Bill.
Okay, Jason, $24, and I have a gorgeous piece of sort of moody, older art. And I know a lot of people are familiar with this little child. Many of us grew up with this child on the walls of our home. But here I have the child who was styled as Cupid. So these are prints of a photograph that was taken by M.B. Parkerson in 1897 of this child holding arrows to make the child look as though they were Cupid. And what's great about the print that I have here, well, as you can see, they're in two oval frames, which are fused. So it's actually a set. Oftentimes you see one or the other, or you see them framed in different ways, but this is a pair of fused oval frames. But the coloring on these, I've had these before, but the coloring on these is really good. You can see the yellow tones in the hair, but what's really sweet about them, when you look at the child's face, you see those rosy cheeks. The color has not been lost to time. So while the photos were taken in 1897, the prints were made, in the following decade. So they're not as old as 1897 because once the photos gained so much popularity, they were made into prints in the 1910s and 20s. I think it's a perfect little piece as a background in a Valentine's display or in a child's room, or if you have one of those parlors or rooms in your home where you style in the style of the Withering Cottage, perhaps. I don't think this is great for your boathouse decor, though. Maybe in the softer romantic areas of your home. Super, super nice. So let me just give you the size. Frame is 6.5 inches tall, and they're 5 inches across. So the full piece is 10 inches across. Yeah, really pretty.
Bill, the clarity and the coloring on those tells me that's an earlier print, because
they're quite good.
The longer they printed them, the less detailed they were. So the more detail on the prints shows you how earlier they are. So I think that's one of the earlier prints of these portraits.
The clarity of like the outline of the face and the arms and stuff is also quite good. The shadowing is really nice. We had these on the wall in my grandmother's farmhouse and in her antique store, and I know they weren't as this crisp. So this is just a really nice example of them. And again, great for tucking into the back of a Valentine's display, I think. So nice.
Agreed, Dusty.
Yeah,
really
I agree. Good. So we'll bring them back later for people to think about it.
All right, guys. I'm going to go back to my stomping ground. And I have some kitsch, and it's going to start at $20. Okay. It's this really fun Rubens Japan owl planter. Okay. Before we get into exactly, we got smalls coming in at 24, Bill.
Okay, I'll do a quick countdown. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 25 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I cannot find the sweet spot tonight.
I couldn't either. I feel like I do my portraits disjustice because I keep moving it around so much.
Well, thank you so much, Smalls, for joining. And this is yours. It's gorgeous. Thank you.
You know what I think it is, Bill? I think with the time change, we go live and it's light. So we set our lights up in a room that's lit, and then it gets dark while we're live, and then we don't adjust. So going to Kitschtown, $20 on this kitschy Rubens owl. And I couldn't find this anywhere. There's one condition issue. There are two little paint flakes right here on the back, okay? But it seems to have lifted up the clear coat, so the yellow still remains, okay? So a lot of these later 60s Rubens, they weren't always made with the thickest of glaze. So this one is really cute. I thought he would look great in your little cottage because he has his overalls on, and he has a bee on his pocket. So he's this fun, cool 1960s owl with those great eyes that we all love. He's going to match so many different things that you guys have that are owls. And he's got the little bib overalls on, and he's got a bee on his pocket. I don't know, but I'm here for it. It's super clean on the inside. It is marked Rubens Japan on the bottom with the embossing on it, with that gorgeous Rubens design that I think we all know and love. And the only condition issue is he does have office butt, but we'll forgive that. He has the two little clear coat chips. I'm not going to call them full-on paint chips because the paint remains. But honestly, that could have been a manufacturing defect. And that could have been the way that he was then sold or given out. So there's no crazing. There's no chips, no cracks. He's a nice large planter. He comes in roughly at about 5.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches wide. So you can see he's got all sorts of different browns. His nose is kind of this pinkish kind of red tone. I love those eyelashes. You can't get much more kitschy than those eyelashes. Then they have the blue little buttons on his overalls. They even gave him texturing. Thank you so much, Kathy. I see you're 20. And then he's got his feet poking out. So plus, if you guys collect bees or you guys like to decorate with insects in your summer or your spring decors, he's got a bee buzzing in. I don't know. Maybe he's a little honey guy. Maybe he goes out and gets the honey. Maybe he's a beekeeper and there's a little buzzing bee hanging out with him. I'm pretty sure that's a bee. Wouldn't you say that's a bee, Bill?
Oh, that's definitely a bee. And I totally want a Tootsie Pop now.
Yes. How many licks does it? Yes, you're exactly right. So a lot of times the little ears get nips on him. There's no nips here. Look at his little tuft of hair he's got up top. I just think he's really, really cute. He's your quintessential 1960s style owl in very good condition. The only thing to report is it looks like some of the glaze had chipped away back here. So I don't know if my light seems sort of hot tonight. Let's kick that down a notch or they need to go up. So, and this is like a butter yellow and he's completely like airbrushed different color browns. He's got a little yellow in his eyes, just in super good condition. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 23 or more. He would love to be a beekeeper. Are you a beekeeper, buddy? Yes, I am. Let's go ahead and count him down. 23 or more from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. They made so many variations, and I'm sure Bill could tell us more of these planters. I couldn't even find him anywhere.
Rubens you couldn't possibly write a book on all of the Rubens planters. There are just so many of them.
There are. You're right. And they made them for so many different markets that, yeah. And it's like they made some for the floral shops and some for the, to be sold. So it looks like Shannon, He's coming to you for $22. Thank you so much, and congratulations. All right, Bill.
$20 for choice, Jason. And what glass company do we always bring that we haven't seen yet tonight? Yes, it is everyone's favorite glass company. I have some Fenton, everyone, because Jason and I love Fenton. And I have two amazing examples of the Fenton blue satin. And these are older pieces of Fenton. This is, I'm trying to give you a good look on it. This is obviously a bowl. It's the wide, low bowl, and it is in the water lily pattern. It's so pretty, smooth, and kind of almost yummy. And it's in amazing condition. Again, I said earlier with the satin finishes, sometimes they look oily. Oh, you can see a nice water lily flower here. And the lily pad. Sometimes they look oily, sometimes they get a little scratchy, or they get dirty. The one great thing about the invention of the magic eraser is that when our satin finishes get scruffed up, the magic eraser takes it right off. So good. So the water lily bowl, Fenton blue satin, Fenton stamp here on the bottom, is 9 inches across, and it's 3 inches tall. So it is a big, big specimen. Sort of perfect if you have a compote that you would like to put in the center of it, especially if that compote also has a flower frog in it. Super, super nice. If you like to float your flower buds during parties, this is a perfect vessel for that. You fill it up with water, you go out into your garden and pick some roses or peonies, and you have a beautiful little floating flower centerpiece, and it is in that gorgeous water lily pattern. So if that one is not interesting to you, I actually have another piece of Fenton, also blue satin, and it's hard to see, but this is the lovebird vase. You see these two little lovebirds. Let me get the black behind it. Maybe that'll help. As you can see, it has a scallop serrated top to it.
Bill, I've sold this. If you have a flashlight and can flash it down on the inside, it makes it pop.
Greenish glow.
Well, yeah, it'll also show the details.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'll show the details of the birds.
Oh yeah, isn't that pretty? And there's a lot of floral detail too. Very small floral detail on it. And they're on a set of twigs down here. Actually, you do get that kind of greenish glow that has. This one also comes with the black and white Fenton sticker still on it. Because again, these are older pieces of Fenton, not like turn of the century older, but they're 50s, 60s pieces of Fenton. But so lovely. I'm going to try that same thing with the other bowl so people can see the water lily. But so pretty. So this is the lovebird vase. And then this is the water lily bowl.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
I'm here to help you, Bill. I'm just here to help you, Bill.
You're doing a good job, Jason. I'll extend your contract for 1 more week.
All right. That sounds good.
And let me just give you a size on the vase, and then I'll count it down. Here's the size comparison. Actually, now that I think about it.
They stack well. Stack well. Like if you wanted to,
3 inches. That's 3 inches. 4.5 inches tall and 6.5 inches from side to side. Yeah, pretty color. I agree, Gavin. So I'm going to go ahead and start to count down. Imagine what these would look like with your Lefton bluebirds, or my new Lefton bluebirds, or the Norcross bluebirds. So pretty.
That's right. Noelle bought that from me. That's right. Because I had almost the whole entire set. That's right. Noelle did purchase it. Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
All right. Well, here we go. I'm going to count it down. Looking for 23 or more for choice on the vase or the bowl. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And I should have mentioned it if it's not obvious, but the bluebird or the lovebirds are found on both sides. It's the same sculpt on both sides.
This is so fun. And I don't see this one. I only had it the one time, and it was the one time I sold it.
Isn't it pretty? Really
I love
pretty.
it. It would be a series I would collect if I could.
Okay, there is the bid end. So Noelle, you have the high bid at 23. Let me know if you would like the vase or the bowl. And then backup goes to
Hold on here. Daisy Girl.
Daisy Girl. Fantastic. So
Great
the vase
colors.
with the sticker. The bowl does not have the sticker, but there is the stamp on the bottom of the bowl.
Noel's taken both.
Fantastic. Thank you all for your bids.
Congratulations, Noel. Good score. All right, guys. My next item is going to start at $20. I purchased this next piece of art from the same estate that I purchased the print from, okay? This, I believe, is, oh, and this is really showing good on camera. This, I believe, is one of a kind. This is probably, in my best guess, I believe that this is oil on a wooden canvas, okay? It's oil on a wooden canvas. It is a small, one-of-a-kind signed piece of art. They did a very good job. It is a forest scene, as you guys can see, and I do believe it's wood because you can see that through years, it warped a little bit. So we have a little bit of a gap down here and a tiny bit of a little gap up here at the top. And when I'm able to look up underneath, I do believe that that's a wooden canvas. That's a big deal because not a lot of folks, or should I actually say back then, a lot of folks probably did paint on some wooden canvases. So I do believe that this is probably an oil print. It is signed. I'm sorry, an oil one-of-a-kind signed, probably from the turn of the century, okay? And it is this gorgeous scene of this trail, and you have this tree, and then you have the forest. There's not much more that I can tell you. It is a small but mighty piece. It's going to look great on your gallery walls. It's about 6.5 inches wide by about 6 inches tall. The frame, I believe, is period correct. Here is what we're dealing with here in the back. It is an exposed board that is holding in that canvas. And then, of course, it has its original little hook. So it just has, if you guys are looking for something, if you guys are into, you know, wilderness scenes, if you're into earth tones, this is one of a kind. So you're getting a one of a kind hand-painted oil print. And then if I tilt it here, you can actually see some of the texture in 3 dimensions. So you can actually see that they actually, when they did it with the knife and then the brush, they actually gave it some texture. So I'm trying to show you guys here now. You guys can see. So it has like a 3D dimension to it in person. And what I love is it's almost like the way they painted it. You can see almost like the sun or the light coming down into the canopy of the forest. And you can almost feel like you can hear the birds chirping as you'd walk back that path. And I think they did just such a great job with the colors. I just think it is. It's really beautiful. It's very unique. It's going to be a nice, small, little picture. If you guys want to pop it into a gallery wall, again, it measures just about 6.5 inches across by about 8 inches tall. And if you guys are going to buy pieces of art to hang on your wall, this is going to be a unique one, and it is signed by the artist. I couldn't make out the name. It looked like a J, and it looked like an R, like J. Looked like forever almost.
Looks like it might be Greer.
You think it's Greer, like a Greer maybe on it, like Greer?
Yeah, I think it's an old style G.
Okay, because I tried to Google image everything. I couldn't find anything. But see, if you hold this back and the closer you get, you can see the great details on how they wanted to add light down here to the bottom. And then you can see how the light kind of shines down. You can see all the other different trees in the background, the canopy. It does. I do. It does. I believe it says Patty Rose. So actually, seeing the one print I sold, this actually does feel like a Patty Rose kind of piece of art. And you can see it has the notches and the hole in the tree. So, I mean, this is one of those great pieces that you could use in your fall decor. It's going to look good all year round. It's just something that's different. And I don't find a lot of hand-painted oil pieces like this, especially that are on a wooden canvas. So I'll just show it for another minute. You're seeing all the great detail because there is no glass on the front that's giving us a glare. It would look really good on Rose. You're exactly right. I was just thinking that with some of the different things I was offering, how good it would look with even that print I sold earlier. And it came from the same estate. So Patty, thank you. I see your 25. There was a third one that came with it, but it really had sustained a lot of damage. So I didn't bring that one to a live sale. I'll see if I can fix that one. This one was in really poor condition. I had to actually softly with a cloth clean off all the dirt. They had not stored it properly for a very, very long time. So I was able to kind of rehab it without damaging it. So let's do a countdown. Thank you, Patty, so much for your 25. and guarantee you this is one of a kind. It's oil on wooden canvas, and it's probably from the turn of the century, probably early 1900s. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, guys. It's all about saving the vintage is what it comes down to. If you guys know who are collectors, the amount that we put into preserving these things, it's definitely a labor of love, and so that they can continue and be enjoyed. I think at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So, Patty, thank you so much for the 25. It's coming with the other one, and I know you'll enjoy it. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
$8 for choice, Jason. And for those of you who love to decorate with the space themes, I have two 1962 Merrill Wonder Books that are space themed. The first one I have is Planets and Interplanetary Travel, and they are in super condition. Look at the rocket on the planet here on this front cover. Just the cover itself is great for display. They are in great condition. Faint library smell. I will disclose that. It makes you feel smart, or actually when I smell it, it makes me feel smart, but it does have a faint library smell. And the other condition issue is that Jane Krautwald wrote her name and address on the inside cover of each. But look how spectacular and atomic looking these inside dust covers are. Fully illustrated, a lot of black and white, but some great color illustrations. Perfect for display. Also perfect if the kids, the grandkids, the nieces and nephews come over, because it's actually I love the space stuff that comes from the 50s and 60s, because obviously you all know that is when there were lots of questions about space travel and making it all work and what was happening in outer space. So the information is here of a time. Some of it's been proven true, some of it has been disproved. So I just think that's really interesting. The other one, also 1962, Merrill Publishing, is Rockets and Missiles. Jason, look at that illustration. Look at all of those spaceships.
You know what that would look good with, Bill? That would make a great bottles. Yep. Great background. A great background.
I had a feeling you might say that. Yeah, it's really, really good.
I feel like I say the same thing all the time.
But you're saying the truth, Jason. These would look good with any of your space decorations. Just a lot of great illustrations. So these are the two choices. We have a bid, so I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, it's choice for Planets and Interplanetary Travel, 1962, Merrill Publishing, also 1962, Wonder Book of Rockets and Missiles, and then a list of all the other Wonder Books on the back. So we're looking for 9 or more for choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Rose, you're supposed to be having an estate sale. Not buying new things.
She needs something to read.
She's making room. I get it.
She needs something to read while she's selling her things at her estate sale.
So congratulations, Rose. Choice comes to you for 8. You can let me know if you wanted rockets or planets.
Want them both, Bill.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. So my next round is going to be $12 choice. These are the swizzle sticks that actually match the hand-blown fish that I sold earlier. So they do fluoresce under black light. You're going to choose between sets of 5 because Jason broke one from each set. So each set did have 6, but each set has 5. One set we're going to call the red set. The other set we're going to call the blue set. Why? Because only one of the sets has a red fish in it. Now, all of these do have cadmium in them. They are hand-blown, and each swizzle stick is a little different. Like the dimensions, some are thicker, some are thinner. I know, Karen. And it was taking them out of the one box that I had them in. I severed them. So, and some of these do have, I think they all have cadmium in them. Some have a little more higher concentrated amount than the others. So, $12 choice on the swizzle sticks. This is going to be your first set of 5, and this one we're calling red. So I'll hold them all up so you can see them. So you can see them all here. So the reason why this is the red set, it's the only one that has a red one in it. So like I said, some of these do fluoresce. They all do, but some fluoresce more than others underneath the black light. If you guys love glass swizzle sticks, these will be great for your summer displays. There, you can sort of see how it starts to glow. Everything, I mean, it has a gorgeous glow. Even these spots glow. There you go. You can see. And they measure just about 7.5 inches tall. So again, this is your first set. Let's see if we can get it to focus. So you'll get these two guys right here. And then you're going to get this little guy who's like, he's like a yellowy, peachy one. And everything glows in there. And then each one has its little stir part. Then this blue guy right here is part of your first set. And everything in yellow glows for him. And believe it or not a ton of the red really glows all that much. Just a little bit. I mean, he doesn't light up as much as the others. So that's your first set, just at $12. And you get 5 of them. So then this is your blue set. There are a lot of repeating of the same ones, but each one is a little different because each one is handmade. So they might look the same, but some of them have different spots. Some of them have different colors. Like he's a little more peach toned in this set. So, and again, they do glow under black light. Like look at how his belly glows there on that peach one. So you can see that glow. I think these are really fun. If you guys are going to have a like cocktail party this summer and a black light's going to be involved, I think these would be really, really fun to use in that display. So man, he looks a little angry. So let me see if we can get up close on these. This will be your second set of swizzle sticks. All these are hand blown and they have cadmium in them. So they glow. So $12 choice on sets of 5. So I guess that makes them what? About $2 a piece. $2 a piece. So they're really fun, especially if you guys love the hand-blown glass, if you guys are looking to actually use them. And these are fun to stick in your different potted plants. So if you guys have like a theme going, you can pop them in. Thank you so much, Patty. I see you in at 12. So we are looking for 13 or more. So this is going to be what I'm calling your blue set. So you're going to get a light blue. We'll call him peach. You'll get cobalt, more like a periwinkle, and a green. All in very, very good condition. They do have cadmium in them. So they do fluoresce. And then we'll hold these up. This is your red set. Like I said, some of them repeat from the other set. Like you recognize some of these fellas here. But the other set does not have a red one. And you'll just pick red or blue sets. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We are looking for 13 or more on choice of the swizzle sticks. And I do... Oh, Jesus, I don't want to break them. I got them. They're slipping out of my fingers. These make me so doggone nervous. So there we go. That's your red choice. So 13 or more. Let's go ahead and count them down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These fish have the fear of God in their face. They're like, get us to a new home. Somebody who knows how to handle us. Patty, thank you so much. I did your bid at 12. There is the bid end. I see it on my phone first. So Patty at 12, you get choice. Let me know, did you want the red set or the blue set? You can take the red set or the blue set, or you can take them all, and then you'd have a full set of 10. You'd have an even number. Thank you so much, Patty. You got an even number. Congratulations. They're fun. I love these, but I got to get them out of my hands. All right, Bill.
Good night, Michelle. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate that. So Jason, you know, in just over a month, I'm leaving for a while. I'm going to visit my family in Europe who live in Prague in the Czech Republic. So I thought I would bring some pottery made in Czechoslovakia today. So I'm going to start the set at $15. Okay. And it's this gorgeous set of cruets of oil and vinegar in really, really good condition. These are made by a company who made a lot of those Eastern European canister sets, salt and pepper shakers, you know, the flour and the sugar that had like the wooden tops on them. The company is Dietmar Erbach, made when the Czech Republic was still Czechoslovakia. The marking is here on the bottom. And as you can see, they're pretty big. A bit of crazing, not a ton. The only condition issue, and they still have their ceramic stoppers too, which is pretty amazing. The only condition issue is one of the stoppers does have a chip on the back. The chip is actually the same color as the white paint. So it's, to me, not all that noticeable, but it has this beautiful scene of the windmills on it. And as I said, as you can see, they are tall. They are 8.5 inches tall. So a proof stamp to that, Bill. For me to travel, Karen, was that what I need? Yeah, I need to submit. Let me know where the form is, and I'll fill it out. I'll fill the form out. So they have handles, really nice, and they're actually still in usable condition. These also came with a canister set that I was able to get as well. But I thought these were really great and kind of matched the colors that I was bringing tonight. And just a little nod to my future travels, I thought would be really fun. Again, they're what are they? They are 8.5 inches tall, 2.5 inches across on the bottom, and they do have that amazing stamp on the bottom. So think about it, and I'll bring them back at the recap.
All right. And Patty, I got your message right there. Will do. And we'll get that sent out to Dusty. So she gifted the small picture to Dusty.
So sweet.
All right. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. And guys, thoughts and prayers to Dusty. I'm sure she's hanging in there. So $15. And I have a very old piece of glass. It is a very collectible piece of glass, but I can't find the pattern to save my life. So I don't know if it was a small run or what it was. But those of you that collect antique glass, you know a company called Heisey. So Heisey has been very collectible for years. Folks used to go nuts over it. You know how we all go nuts over Viking? There was a period where everybody had to have anything that had this little diamond with an H in it for Heisey glass. So this is in I want to call it amber, but this is what they call their yellow. Okay, so this is what they call their yellow. And you can see up in the pattern right here, what makes this silver overlaid bonbon dish really fun is that it has this harlequin or joker right here. And I had it, there we go. You can sort of see it really good. There's this little harlequin or joker right there. So I'm not sure how long they made that pattern or when they made it. I could not find it. So there you go. So it is silver overlay. There is a little bit of wear here to the handles. So it's just $15 on this fun little piece of Heisey glass. It is a little bonbon dish. There are no chips or cracks. There is a few little scratches down here to the bottom from years of being used. And again, it's this very, very Victorian style script or Victorian style depiction with this silver overlay. And it has this harlequin here in the center, which I think is really, really unique. So $15 if anybody's interested. You could use this for a whole bunch. Heisey and Cambridge glass, they are. You are so correct. And they're very soft. If you feel the glass, it's very thick and it's a very soft, high quality glass. You can see that there's no imperfections in it because Heisey and Cambridge didn't. They're actually elegant glass companies. And you can really, really see there with my hand up there how fun and ornate this design is. Again, I think it is a really, really unique one. The fact that there isn't any wear to that there, and that is silver overlay. So that is silver overlay, and you can see it is marked Heisey right there in the center. So it's such a fun piece of vintage antique glass. And this part of this pattern or patterns close to it are from the early 1900s. So this piece is probably from prior to the 1900s. And it does read very amber, but this is what they seem to call their yellow. Although in later years, I think we would all call this like an amber, or it's almost like an olive, somewhere in between like an olive green and an amber. And you can see that it repeats on both sides. Look at all the great detail, all of that hanging down there. I just think that's so funny. You can see kind of the Joker or the Harlequin doing his dance right there in that round cameo almost. So, and again, this is all silver overlay in a little bonbon dish. There is some wear here to the handles, as you guys can see. I just think that's from years of being used. So, but again, let me see if we can show it to you this way. There you can see it in reverse. There is the little Heisey diamond but it is up here on this side. So if you guys know Heisey glass, you know $15. That is a crazy price, especially for some of their colored glass. It does kind of read purple underneath the black light. It doesn't fluoresce though. So just take one more minute so you guys can see that fun Harlequin. This would be great in your Victorian decors. This would be great to use as a little bonbon dish. It would be fun if you wanted to use it maybe, I don't know, maybe toward the fall season. But did I even give measurements on it? I don't know that I even gave measurements on it. It's about 6 2/4 inches long. So it's about 6 1/4 inches long, and it's about 4 1/4 inches across. So it's just a double-handled bonbon dish, pattern glass made by Heisey. But I'm not seeing any interest, and that's okay. We can bring this back in the recap. Brad, the color is like an amber, but Heisey calls it their yellow. Heisey calls this their yellow glass. So here, let me see if we can show you, hold it like that. And if you guys know your Heisey, to find different pieces of colored glass by Heisey is unique in and of itself. So, and I could not find a name of this pattern. I searched and searched, and this is sort of a Harlequin dancing there, I think, with like streamers. I just think it's really, really fun. So we'll bring this back during the recap, and we'll get you going, Bill. All right, sir. Yep, you're muted, Bill.
Sometimes I wish we could show our items together because some things would just look so good on the same table. So I have an item for $10, and I think it would look gorgeous with what Jason just showed. I have a piece of what I love to call butterscotch or caramel slag glass in this footed compote, manufacturer unknown, and that is not for a lack of trying. Boy, did I try. So my guess is it might be European because there was quite a bit of slag glass that came out of Austria and Czechoslovakia, but I don't know. There's no marking. I've seen 2 versions of this online, but nobody knew the manufacturer. But one interesting feature is it does have a pretty standard American pattern in the old quilt. And that's what we see here and around the base. And that was done by Fenton and a couple other glass companies. Westmoreland had an old quilt. So who knows, but it's gorgeous. Look at the color of it. And it's sort of in a muted matte. Sometimes the slag is really high gloss, and it sort of is on the outside, but the inside, it's just sort of very subtle, very butterscotch sundae. That's what I think about it. Oh, Heather, do you know who this is? Heather might actually know. I love how concentrated the color is down on the base. It's just so, so pretty. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look like a Werther's?
It does.
Very, like, you want to
very honey. Very like honey, milky honey.
Love it. So it's 5.5 inches. It's 4.5 inches tall, and it's 4.5 inches tall, 5.5 inches across. I agree. It is yummy. I think it's so, so nice. And, you know, for being slag or end of day glass, this particular piece has just a nice proportion in color where you have a saturated darkness, then it gets a bit lighter and saturated at the top. But when you look really close, you can see that slag swirl that's going through the imprinted or pressed design. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. So thank you both for your bids. I'm going to start a countdown. So if anyone else is interested, now's the time to get in, and active bidders can use a just in case. So we're looking for 14 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Look at that down there, Jason. Isn't that nice?
Uh-huh. Bill, I'm heading to the Lurkers Lounge. Apparently, it's got chicken sliders. All right, I'm all in, Patty. I
want a butterscotch sundae too.
Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah.
So thank you for the bid end, Karen. Thank you all for your bids. Noelle, with your just in case, this is yours for $16. Congratulations.
All right, and I'm moving back to my world that I used to always sell, more of the mid-century. So I have choice, $14. I believe that these are from the 1940s. They are marked USA. They're USA pottery. I believe they're Shawnee. So for $14, you have choice on the owl ashtrays or trinket dishes. They are both in very good condition with no chips or cracks. So you'll choose either the creamy white one or the blue one. And the blue one is in your traditional like turquoise 1950. So he has really, really good detail. If you guys love owls, he's really, really fun. You can see he's just kind of hanging out on the side of this little dish. This dish would be fun. You could use it as an ashtray, or these make fun little trinket dishes. So we'll see if we can tilt it. It is faintly marked deep in. It's marked USA across the bottom here. So it's there. You can sort of see the beginning of the U, but it is in the molding. So great little piece of pottery. Would make a great gift. With what Dawn was saying, this would make a great Father's Day gift. You could use this for all sorts of different things. You know, put your rings in it, put your gum in it, whatever you want to do. They both measure about 3 inches tall by 3.5 inches wide. So there's your turquoise one. So Patty, I see you in first at 14. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 15 or more. Then there is your white one. So maybe you guys are collecting. Maybe you want both colors, or maybe just one's going to look better with your, oh, you're so right. Perfect for your chopsticks. Oh my God. And they do have a great glaze on them. They do have a great heavy pottery glaze on them. So, you know, just like their planters, it would be easy to wipe off and clean. So Patty, Ruthie, I see you in at 15. Patty was in at 14. That one, you can really see the USA. I know it's upside down for you guys. There you can really see the USA. And it is embossed on the other one just the same exact way. You did, Ruthie. I did have a fish one that I sold. Yes, exactly. I got these around the same exact time from the same dealer, but I had these sat to the side. And I just thought with kind of my color theme and the owl planter, it was a good time to offer these up. So it'll be choice on the white or the blue one. And Ruthie hit the nail on the head. So we're looking for 16 or more on choice. Let's go ahead and count them down. From 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Great USA pottery. Again, they're little ashtrays. They're like little individual ashtrays, but like Patty said, they make great chopstick holders. I think they'd also make great ring holders, change catchers, all sorts of different things. So thank you so much for the bid end, Karen. So Ruthie at 15, you get first choice. Let me know, did you want the blue one or the white one? And you can take both. And then back up, we'll go to Patty Rose. So Ruthie, you get first choice at 15. Let me know if you want the blue one or the white one. And you can take both if you're balanced like I am, or if just one's going to fit your decor. And then the other one will go to Patty Rose if she's interested. So we'll just wait a minute to see what Ruthie says. Blue or white, Rose. Okay. All right. So Patty, which color did you want? You get to pick first, Patty, and then we'll just work backwards. So Patty, did you want the blue one or the white one? And then Ruthie's willing to take whatever is left. So we'll just wait a moment here for the lag. And guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please make sure you're following Bill, Garden Guy Bill. The links to his YouTube and Instagram are in the description. And Patty, Patty's going to take the white one. So I think, Ruthie, you get the blue. I know you get the blue one, but I think the fish you bought was blue. All right. Thank you guys so much. Congrats. All right, Bill.
$40, Jason. And if Jason has convinced you to change your decor to boathouse after tonight, I have something for you. I have a beautiful cobalt blue pilgrim glass whale that would look spectacular in your boathouse decor. Jason, I think a coffee table book on boathouse decor is in order. I think that's the next project. I love the idea. So a lot of you have probably seen the pilgrim whale before. It comes in a variety of colors. There's an orange, there's a green, there's an amber, there's a clear. But today I have this beautiful saturated cobalt blue whale. So pretty. So it has indents for the eyes. As you can see, they are actually they're pushed in. The snout is also pushed in. It has this classic pilgrim whale tail on it, and it's a little bit bigger than the glass pieces I picked before. I showed before. The whale is 5 inches long, and 3 inches from top to bottom. Yes, we need Amy's book on Kitsch. That's right. We'll put the Boathouse book on hold until the book on Kitsch gets done. I think we're all, that's never going to happen. Amy, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. So right now, Robin has the bid at 14. I'm going to start the countdown if anyone else is interested. And by the way, I didn't mention we have 2 more rounds. So Jason has 1 more item, then we both have 1 more round after this whale. So we're looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12.
Just
11,
making sure my books don't smell.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Happy to report there's no fishy smell here.
I hope not with the glass. If it does, you got problems, Bill.
That would be a problem.
I just want to make sure, because I know folks have sensitive noses, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that library smell is a problem sometimes.
It is.
For people. So thank you, Robin. It is yours for your bid of 14. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Now, my next round is going to be choice at $5, okay? Let me try this again. Let's try this from the top, Jason. Maybe you'll get it right. So it's $5 choice. You think this is the first live sale I've ever hosted. So $5 choice. I'm selling these with the aesthetic that you could frame them because I really think the covers are really, really fun and really cool. They are all from the 1930s and 1940s, okay? So they're these aquarium magazines. They do have some wear to them, meaning that you could tell these were read pretty heavily, and they kind of do have a library smell. They don't smell musty, but they smell like they have been stored in a library, which I think we all know what that's like. So this one is your first choice. It's October of 1934. It's the red-tailed fish here. And again, at $5, I thought folks might want to just use the covers to maybe frame them. It is like a very, very gray. It's like a green kind of gray. It's very that period of the 1930s, that a lot of colors. And then you have the wave here. So I thought these would be fun to sort of frame them and put them in like your boathouse, maybe your mermaid bathroom. Maybe you guys are an avid aquarium owner because there are lots of tricks and trades in here. They are filled with all sorts of vintage advertisements. Some of them do have some very fun graphics. Where was that one? I just lost my... So down here, this is your tropical fish handbook. So it has your tropical fish handbook in there. These are fun to read. They also teach you how to breed some of your different aquarium fish. Now, darn it, I just had that in there. Now, do you think I could find it? No. Here it is. So down here, you have these fun graphics with these different tropical fish. Now, this one, the cover seems to be a little loose. Are there fish tanks in that? There are some pictures of different fish tanks in here, like right there. This one is your junior thermal fish tank. And it teaches you, like I said, in here, it's different articles. It will teach you how to breed different fish for your aquariums. And then there are articles that really break down some of the, like the editor has different letters. This one teaches you, trying to think here. This one, this is different fish. And if you're going to bring them to shows. So how you can get your aquariums ready to take to shows and stuff like that. You were thinking about Bill's aquariums. I got you. So the inside, I'm selling it more to you as the outside. I thought you guys could use those to reframe maybe. So $5 choice. That is your October of 1934.
And that fish on the cover of that one is a really popular fish today. It's often considered a starter fish for people. But I haven't seen the one. They're both the same fish, but the one on the bottom I think is a rare one.
Okay.
I love the pictures. The pictures are great.
The books measure about 7 by 10.5. I was actually thinking about framing some of these for like Tina has a mermaid office. So this is your second choice. Really, really fun graphics on here. And this one is from July of 1945. Even the back has a lot of fun graphics on it. If you guys wanted to take this apart and junk journal with it, if you guys would be so inclined, you could decoupage different things, like if you were looking for different ads with different kind of tropical fish on it. But again, the whole inside, like this teaches you how to breed the bumblebee, the I guess that is the bumblebee fish. Teaches you how to breed the bumblebee fish, which that might be useful someday. But I was just thinking that these would be fun decor. Oh, it actually also gives you some of your astrological signs and things like that in the front. So this would be your second choice of the Aquarium magazine from July of 1945. You can see there is light staining. Like I said, these have been loved and read. Here is your third choice. Then this will be March of 1945. So I've never heard of some of these fish, and you can see there is a ring right there, but I think that gives these such a great aesthetic. This would be really fun if you guys had like a mermaid bathroom. Not that you're going to read them, but you could put these in there just as decor. Like I said, framing them would be fun. Cutting out some of the inserts. If you guys were so inclined, you could use for other things. The inside is all black and white. Sad to say, the inside is all black and white. I can't believe that this, I can't imagine this was such a, highly costly magazine. But like, look at the graphics up here for the Tropical Fish Handbook. Like, how fun is that? So I couldn't find many of these anywhere, so I don't know if they printed a ton of them, but I couldn't find any. But I just thought the font from the aquarium, that's what I'm selling you on for the $5, was something that was fun and frameable that says March of 1945. It's the aquarium with the fish. And again, it's $5 choice, so you would choose March of 1945. You could choose July of 1945. Again, how fun is that? I just think that's, Bill, you guys have the aquarium. If you guys had like a room, wouldn't you frame these
exactly, up? That's exactly what I'm thinking. Because without you knowing it, you brought 3 of the most popular aquarium fish today. Those 3 sets of fish, most people, I have all 3 of them in our aquarium. They would look so good framed over someone's aquarium.
They would. But I'm not seeing any interest, and that's okay. We'll bring these back during the recap, and I think we have one more round. So let's get it moving, Bill.
Well, interestingly enough, $10 for choice, Jason, and I also have some ephemera that's already been framed. I have some original botanical prints that came from a botany book. I have 2 of them to choose from, starting at $10 for choice. They have been framed and matted, and they're both florals. This one is the blue toned flowers, and they're in really good condition. You do see a little age up here at the top on the print, but this is the slender buffonia. That's the blue flower, with a couple smaller flowers down here at the bottom. This is an 11x8 print. It has a nice hanger on the back, but it also has one of those little loops up here at the top that's decorative. And someone actually wrote, or actually they didn't write, they typed out, this is an original old print, and then kind of put it on the back. So this is the first one. This is the size. And again, if you like those framed florals that came from old botany books, in very light lettering down here, you see all of the scientific names for the 3 plants that are on here. This is a very nice blue toned color in a mossy green mat. The second one, which is a companion piece, are a group of yellow flowers, because blue and yellow was the goal for tonight. And these are 2 different types of rock roses. These are old-fashioned wild roses. So they don't look like modern day roses, because again, they are old, but this also came from a botanical book. Also 11x8, also with a hanger and the little loop up here at the top. So just $10 for choice if anyone's interested. And
again,
what's that?
It would look good on either side of your cruel. Like if you
or imagine over here is a framed aquarium piece. In the middle, there's a framed aquarium, and on the other side, there's a framed aquarium. How cool would that be?
It is weird how we don't even talk about what we're bringing, yet our stuff does.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I don't even get it. So thank you, Robin, for your bid. I'm going to start a countdown. We're looking for 11 or more for the blue frame, the blue flowers or the yellow flowers. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And thank you, as always, Karen. You are so appreciated. down here in the Northeast United States. Thank you so much, Robin. Let me know if you would like the blue or the yellow print.
All right. And I have a fairy lamp this evening, and mine's going to start at $20, and mine is made by Terra Glass, and I have a little light in it. Let me see. I want to just make sure what that says down in the bottom. Everything said Terra Glass. So this one, no. This one isn't Terra. This one's made in Taiwan. So this one's made in Taiwan, although it's the same exact sculpt of Terra Glass. So this one's made in Taiwan. It is in this gorgeous minty green. It is embossed on the bottom. It is this little Tiffany lamp style fairy lamp. So again, this would look great in, this would be fun to take outside and put like a little citronella candle in. It would be fun if you had like a little coffee nook that you wanted to put this on. And again, it does lift off. So let me take the light out and give you some closer looks at it. $20 if anybody's interested. When it is together, it measures 6 inches tall. So you can see it is in this gorgeous minty kind of green. Everything that I was researching said Terra Glass, but mine says it's made in Taiwan. So it does fit what I have written down, that it is from the 70s or the 80s. And it kind of matched my flower theme of my big McKee vase. It has the same style flowers on it. So it's this dainty, and it is in this gorgeous mint green little covered fairy light, no chips, no cracks. And it sits on there so beautifully. And I just think it would be fun to place in your decor, maybe in front of the pictures Bill just sold. I think it would kind of go hand in hand. So $20 if anybody's interested. It is in the sculpt of Terra Glass, but mine says that it is stamped Taiwan on the bottom. So thank you, Dawn. I think it's pretty too. It does not glow as in like uranium, but it will glow like a purple if you guys wanted to. And it just has all these gorgeous little details. I love that it is this mock-up little Tiffany style light. So great details with those flowers on there. There you can even see the leaf on it. It is such a gorgeous minty green, great for your summer decor. It would look good with your jadeite. It's got this great soft little feel that I think would fit into like Victorian to 50s, or maybe even your 1940s kind of look. So there you can see it has that great design. It's kind of like a sculpt design here on the sides, kind of like a deco kind of theme to it, in very, very good condition. So again, there's a little flowers on there. There you can even see there's a little tulip popping out. So it's almost like the reversed little flowers that are popping out of the ground, but then you tip it upside down, it becomes the top on your little fairy lamp. So if anyone's interested, it's just $20, no chips, no cracks. It is in the same sculpt that Terra Glass uses, although mine says it's made in Taiwan. I didn't notice that when I purchased it. So again, let me put the little light in there so you guys can see what it looks like. This would just be fun if you have one of those little tiny accent tables that you don't really know what to put on it, and you wanted to just set a little bit of an ambiance. I think it would look really cute. I also like these fairy lights. I know last year with the Homeco ones, we were telling you guys use them at $20. That's not a bad investment to actually use this outside on one of your tables. The measurements on it are 6 inches tall. So it's about 6 inches tall this way, and it's about 4 inches across. So it's definitely a nice, decent sized little light that you guys can tuck in to anywhere that you need one. Maybe you even have a larger one that you want to place next to it. You could. And again, I was picturing that you guys could take this out maybe on your deck or your patio, maybe your cabin or your boathouse. I just thought it would look good with a picture behind it, but I'm not seeing any interest in it. We'll bring it back for the recap. All right, I got you, Slim, and at 20. Thank you so very much. So let's do a quick countdown. We're looking for 21 or more, and you're new to me, so thank you so much. So let's count it down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We got Sim Simmer in at 20. Thank you so much. The I was looking like an L to me. So thank you so much for your bid. And there is our bid end. So congratulations. I think you're new to me. So if you could just email me your information right there to mtuckersantiques@gmail.com. It's, oh, hello, Sunshine. So good to see you. I didn't even recognize. Okay, so we know, and we're all good to go. So, Bill, I guess we're ready for a recap, right? Oh, and you're muted again, sir. What are you doing in that house that you got to keep muting stuff?
Not me.
It's always blame the other half. Okay.
And I realized how loud, once we started talking about the aquarium, I realized how loud it is. So
Gotcha.
I don't know if people, can you hear it?
No.
It used to be soothing, but now it's pretty loud. Anyway, so hi, everyone. We're at the point in our broadcast that you know about. We are at the recap. So we're going to bring back everything that wasn't claimed earlier. In case you weren't here, you wanted some time to think about it. We're going to show an item, quickly describe it, most importantly, tell you if there's any condition issues you need to know. But we are going to move quickly. So we're going to say what the price is. And if you're interested, you gotta move on it quickly because we're going to move right along to the next item. I think we both have a couple things. So if you are interested, you can put your bid into the comments. If no other bid comes in with a reasonable amount of time, we will count it as a claim and the item goes to you. But if we do see another bid come in, we will announce a quick countdown and then we'll do the countdown. And Karen Gillette will remain our bid ender during the recap. And the just in case, if there are multiple bidders, also remains active during the recap. All right. So I have a couple of things, Jason. So I'll just show the ones I have and then you can go. I have the little bud vase that set the whole tone for my display tonight. $5 start bid. If anyone's interested on this beautiful little frosted white bud vase with the brown and blue flowers with that really striking center, yellow center in the flower. So if you're interested, you could just, she was here early. Oh yeah. Have we heard from Deanna?
No, I'm assuming this is Deanna here, Northwest Sunshine. She's just under her gaming channel. Yep. Got
it. Anyway, $5, you can write $5 vase if anyone's interested. For $15, I had that gorgeous set of cruets made in Czechoslovakia by Dietmar Erbach. The only condition issue with the cruets is while they both do still have their little stoppers, one of them has a chip round the back, but they're nice and big. They're 8.5 inches tall. So you could write $15 cruet. And then for the cruel connoisseur, if there is anyone here, for $50, I had that amazing cruel that's the mailbox covered in morning glories and that little bird perched on the mailbox. So pretty. This is big. Just keep in mind, if you're not in the East Coast, it is 16.5 inches tall, 16.5 inches across, 22 inches tall. Thank you, Noelle. I have you for the vase. So $50 cruel, if anyone is interested. And that's good, Jason. That's all I had.
All right. Just hang on. I'm just making notes here. Okay. We got you. The other Sunshine. Yes. Simmons. I got you. Clean look. Sorry.
That's what I thought too.
I thought that at first, but then when other okay, we're good. We know who it is now. Okay. So I'm just making sure I write down my notes. So my first thing in my recap is, and let me get back up to Karen's recap, it is $20. And this is from the 1960s. I know there was a question earlier, and it is made by Schmidt Brothers. It is a ceramic, highly glazed frog figurine. Again, I think it would be really fun for all your different decors. Maybe your boathouse. Maybe you guys are looking for something fun to use this summer to decorate with. So Kathy, I got you for the frog. It was 20. So just confirm that you're taking the frog at 20, but I got you, Kathy, as long as somebody else doesn't come in. So if you could just put in frog 20, that's what it was, Kathy. And I know we got a lag here, so I'm starting to write it down. I'm assuming that's what you wanted. Kathy, yep. All right. So Kathy, thank you so much. Let me write you down. Boy, we got a gnarly lag tonight, guys. And thank you guys for hanging out with us through that crazy lag. I got you, Kathy, for the 20. We're good. Then I had my mid-century. This was $30. It is my mid-century copper on wood. This is a copper piece that is, I don't want to say it's inlaid, but it's attached to the walnut or the teak wood. This is made by a company in Connecticut. Let me find my notes. I'm all over the place here. So it is made by Bavano. Bavano is the company. So if you guys are looking for a great mid-century piece, I will show you the tag in a minute. This would make a great charcuterie board. Like Dawn was saying, I agree. This would make a great dresser caddy. Again, you can see the different textures on those fish. It's almost like they have an acid wash on them for the texture. So this is $30. It is from the mid-century. It is 1960s. Hopefully that's coming in so you guys can see. And it's not, for some reason, it doesn't want to focus on the tag. Let's see what we can do right here. So again, part of it's on there, and the way Connecticut is spelled, I'm pretty sure with the CONN, that's probably early 1960s. It is high-end enough where it has these brass little feet that are attached to it, and there was no need to oil it or do anything to it. It's in superb condition, and again, it's really neat. I believe it's almost one of a kind. I've never seen one like this, and when they're handmade like that, I'm sure each one's a little bit different. So you have your different copper tones in there. You have your greens, your rusts, and your blues. So if anyone's interested, just put Trey, $30. I got to stay at $30 on this. So $30 on the mid-century 1960s copper walnut teak dish. I had the leftover from my choice round. I had one of the brass whales. The brass whale, he is $14. Okay, you got it, Kathy. You got it, absolutely. So 14, if you're interested in the whale, he is a little brass paperweight. He's in really good condition. He just has his patina on him. So he was 14. So if anybody's interested in him, it's the teeth. Those teeth get me. I just think it's so fun. You can see where they actually curled the tail a little bit. He's just got a great look to him. So and he measures about 3.5 inches wide by 2 inches tall. So he's about 3.5 by 2. If you're interested, just put whale, and he was $14. Whale, and he was $14. I had my piece of yellow. They call this yellow. Heisey glass. This has the harlequin with the silver overlay. I know it's very hard to read in my lights, but I'm trying to show you guys this is silver overlay. So it has silver on top of this amber, or they seem to call it yellow. So this is a little bonbon dish. There is a little bit of wear to the silver overlay. Oh my God, he does have a little bit of an overbite, doesn't he? That whale. So there's a little bit of wear to the silver overlay, but this is from the probably earlier than the 1920s, and you can just sort of see the diamond in there with the H. So it is Heisey glass, like Cambridge. It is elegant glass. This was $15. $15 if anybody's interested, and it has these great harlequins up there. I just think somebody out there would have a decor that would look so fun in, and there would be so many different purposes that you could use that for. Again, I say this, if you guys are watching this in the replay, which I know a lot of you folks do, and you see anything that was not claimed from Bill or me, please email us if it's still available. I'm sure we'll get it invoiced and out to you. So the aquarium books were $5 each. We'll just quickly show them again. I was basically going with the aesthetic to frame these. This is your October. Okay, William, I got you for all 3 books. Just let me give a minute here to wait for the lag. But, sir, I'm saying that they are all yours. So thank you so much. Yep, they're all yours. Thank you so much, William. They are fun. So we'll put those on the sold pile. So that's going to do it for us. So thank you guys so very much for hanging out with us. Again, like I just said, if anybody's watching this in a replay and you decide that you see something that was not claimed during the recap, please reach out to Bill or me, and we'll get you invoiced. So, Bill, when can they find you again?
Well, I think everybody knows. Karen just dropped it in the chat. But on Friday, the Valentinos are back here on YouTube for our summer Lovin' sale. That's what we're calling it. Summer Lovin'. That's Jason and I, John from Everyday Holiday Displays, and Brian from Mid-Century Mister. I think we're all going to be bringing a little bit different slant on Summer Lovin'. Yeah. I'm going to just let the cat out of the bag for myself. I'm leaning towards mermaids, just so you know. That's going to be my version of Summer Lovin'. So all 4 of us will be here on Mother Tucker's YouTube channel this Friday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. So I will be back on Wednesday for Fantastic Finds here on my channel with Amy, Enamor Amy. We get started at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have a ton of kitsch this week, guys. So if you guys are really loving the kitsch, which I know me and Amy kind of, and I know Bill does too. We all kind of lean towards it, but I know I curated a pretty kitschy kind of sale this Wednesday. So please come hang out with us. We also do a little thing called Fantastic Finds. We show the community's fantastic finds. So we go completely interactive. We share things that the community deems a fantastic find. So it's always fun to come hang out, score some goodies, and then stick around so you guys kind of can see what other people have in their collections. So that's Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then I'll be back. Like Bill said, with the Valentinos. As always, Karen G., thank you so very much for being our official mod and bid ender. Ruthie, thank you for being there in the chat tonight to back her up and be the backup in case we needed it. Guys, we couldn't do this without you. Is there anything else you want to say before we go, Bill? Anything else?
No, I hope to see you all on Friday, because if you come on Friday, you will find out what sort of mugs John is going to bring.
Wait, did John say he has mugs? Did I miss that?
No. Patty Rose just said she's always interested to see what mugs John brings to drink. The ones he drinks out of.
He does. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. Have a great night, and I'll see you back here Wednesday night with Amy at 8 p.m. Eastern. Till then, have a good week, guys. Goodbye, everybody.
Everyone. Good night.